Hey guys, we are back with some more Invincible. So yeah, we're reaching the midway point finale of the season right now, and they are really teasing this one to be one hell of a midway point finale. Nolan is back. Mark is there. And I think it's time they had another talk between father and son. So yeah, I don't really have a big kind of like theory-based thing to go off of right now. You know, I'm going to assume most of the episode contains, you know, these two potatoes, or they're going to tease us with a bunch of stuff going on before, you know, the official reunion happens. And once that happens, it will take over a majority of the episode. So, you know, it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. I'm really curious what they're going to do with Nolan in this case now that we are in the point to where his secrets have been out, the fighting's happened and whatnot, and what their plan is, you know, because there's no way he can just go back to Earth, you know, he's still an antagonist, he still did, you know, irreparable damage to the Earth, you know, to Debbie's mental state, to, you know, Mark's mental state, literally stuff that they're still going through right this moment, and stuff that was broadcast entirely to the planet, you know, like he will never be accepted as a hero or even as a, you know, a person again on Earth. So I'm really curious what their plan is for Nolan if they're going around the way of redemption, because it seems like he has no intention of fighting Mark right now. It seems like he's been helping this planet out, whether that means, you know, he's been fighting off invaders, possibly, you know, well, probably not Viltrumites right now, but, you know, possibly getting ready to fight Viltrumites if they come to this planet. He seems to be highly respected on this planet as well, so, you know, I'm really curious what's going on here, and obviously he sent our boy last time to, you know, directly summon Mark to him, so, you know, he has some intention for Mark right now. This wasn't a chance of fate kind of thing, and I'm really curious to see how he's actually gonna present himself here. But yeah, should be really good no matter what they do. So guys, this is one of the most hype episodes of the show. Definitely the most hype episode since episode 8. You know, we'll see if it's able to outbeat that that episode. But obviously that is some very big shoes to fill, so we'll have to see. So guys, let's just waste no time and get right into episode 4 of Invincible Season 2. Let's go. Yep. Prime Video.
Time to push my baby bird out of the nest.
Mark Grayson, I need your help. My name is Nualza. I am from the planet Thraxa.
Nualza.
I have to go away for a few weeks.
Yeah, I do not need to write your name down, I don't think.
I love you.
We're not that different from other support groups.
It's about time someone cut through all
Oh, we're actually...
did something.
Okay, so we're adding Eve.
They make you dangerous.
Donald?
So Eve's gonna be involved in this?
Had half my body melted helping you mutilate yourself.
So some big stuff here. The Molar twin, obviously. Eve, Donald.
And the other guardians, and almost killed my son. I didn't know who he
Yeah,
was.
now Mark's, Nolan's back.
It's been a while.
All that shit's going down. We're just getting into this. We're getting into how we got there. What the hell we did after that battle.
Dad?
Yeah. What the hell did you do?
I stepped into an avalanche.
Ooh.
It covered up my soul. When I am not this hunchback that you see.
Okay, liking the music.
I sleep beneath the gold.
Oh my god.
You wish to conquer pain, you must learn.
They say that, you know, Viltrumites can't survive in space, or they just hold their breath, but come on, he was clearly fucking sleeping right there. That's more than just holding your breath in space.
Strike my side by accident. as you go down for your gold.
Jesus Christ, he like went all around the universe.
People hear that your clothe and feed is neither starved or cold. He does not ask for your company, not at the center of the world.
What the hell? Nice beard.
When I am on a pedestal,
What the fuck?
you did not raise me there. Your laws do not compel me now.
So he was like, is this meant to be a black hole or something? Just getting sucked in. Was he about to commit suicide right here?
I'm myself, I'm the pedestal for this ugly hump at which you stay.
I think this is meant to be a black hole.
You who wish to conquer pain, you must learn what makes me kind. The crumbs of love that you
And he became a hero just from then on.
the crumbs I've left.
Honestly, a planet that probably would happily accept being in the Viltrum Empire, because they highly regard Omni-Man now.
Wait! I don't know who you are, but we owe you our lives. Won't you stay? Tell us your name. Where you come from.
Yeah. Kind of gave him a purpose again.
Hello, son. It's been a while.
Yeah!
Dad?
Not that long, but it's felt a while. Gonna just walk up and punch him. Gonna punch him. I think he's waiting for it to. Aww.
I missed you.
This was all you? Bringing me here?
Yes,
The Thraxians told me that they needed my help.
they do need your help.
Why?
It's complicated. Come with me and...
Now why would you lie to me again? You killed thousands of people.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Why would you think I'd ever want to see you again? You called Mom a pet.
That was fucking
Mark, I
mad.
need your help.
Still one of the
Can't believe you
most
put them up to this. Maybe they lie to
insane
me too.
fucking
Listen,
lines
I
of
don't
the
have to
show.
listen to anything you say.
Mark, look, I made a mistake. And I've thought about you every day since...
A mistake!
Son,
No, you don't get to call me that anymore.
what do you want me to say, Mark?
You could have started with, I'm sorry.
That's fair.
You know what? Don't bother. All right, it wouldn't mean anything anyway. I hope you like it here with your new friends. I guess they don't know you the way that I do. Fuck you.
Nice.
You'll never make it home on your own.
Watch me.
Mark, it's millions of miles and you don't know the way. Navigation was never your strong suit. Come back and we'll talk. Please?
What are you gonna do if I don't? Knock all my teeth out again?
Fair.
I'll get you a ship home. But there's something you need to see first.
No.
Nualzad wasn't lying to you. His people do need your help. Let me tell you why.
I don't care.
I know that's not true.
Yeah. First and foremost, you're always a hero.
5 minutes. For them, not you.
Yeah. Big changes have been happening
so you
lately,
conquered
bro.
this place instead of Earth. Great.
I didn't conquer the Thraxans. They asked me to be their emperor.
Emperor, conqueror, what's the difference?
Willingly. What the right in front of him?
Mark, welcome to our home.
Right in front of
My
your
husband's told me
son.
so much about you.
Andressa,
You're married already.
Did I misspeak?
What the hell? Oh my
I know this comes
God.
as a surprise.
Oh shit, I'm surprised. You're married to Mom.
I can't go back to Earth, Mark. Not ever. The life I had there is over.
Because of you. But you moved on quite quickly.
Oh, okay. All right, you're all done with Mom and all done with Earth. Good to know. Super glad you got to show me how great your life is without us.
That's not what I wanted to show you.
Yeah, that's just something
What
I
else
felt
could
like
you
doing.
possibly...
Mark,
Who's that?
How?
this is your little brother.
Wow. They reproduce quick.
You gotta be...
You gotta be fucking kidding me!
fucking kidding me.
He really did replace him. He did say that in episode 8. You could always just make another one. And oh, no, no, no. Poor Debbie. Who's already just drowning.
I'd still kill for you. I'd die to spend the night at your belonging. All my friends think that I've lost.
What a piece of shit, man. Oh my god.
Up at Olympus, miss you.
Nolan really trying to outbeat Eve's dad for worst daddy in the show. Holy crap. Yeah, we had his moment. No way. No way. Oh. I think she was thinking it though.
Why me? You could have taken Earth whenever you wanted. Why did you marry me? Was it just to be cruel? Just to hurt someone?
Fair questions.
Everything we built. 20 years. And none of it was real. None of it. You weren't real. Only Mark. And you almost took him too.
But didn't.
I never knew you at all.
Oh, loving husband and father, that's just
I never
bad.
even fucking knew you. Why me?
Oh, I'm really loving where we're going with Debbie. I mean, it's tragic, but I'm really just so curious. Yep, and now we got the... Yeah. No question who the twin is this time, or who the clone is.
Welcome to the world of the living, clone. Not this time.
Yeah.
No, I was there. I remember the machine, Angstrom, the explosion.
Yep.
Of course you do. You have all of my memories.
Yep.
My experience.
That's not a problem now.
Because I'm the clone. For the first time, we know exactly who's the original and who's the inferior.
Fuck.
This is going to be so much better.
Nah. He's probably going to plan on killing you and then making another clone so you go back to normalcy. Because
Debbie,
you're really an odd
it's
spot.
Donald.
I like how we actually addressed that, though. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we also got Donald's, like, mystery right here. This is a very strange, like, mystery that they added in the show. Like, what is the significance of Donald? Of his glasses. Yeah.
And the craziest thing is, the prof doesn't even take attendance. You can show up, not show up, sleep in. It's like they're
treating us like adults. You know you're paying to be here, right?
You sure know how to take the fun out of skipping classes.
Amber! Hey, William!
Hello!
Oh my gosh. Eve!
Hey, it's my favorite superhero.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's... okay. Hey, I tried texting Mark, but they're not going through. Do you guys know where he is?
Ooh, about that. Remember Seance Dog?
Yeah.
Turns out he's a talking alien bug from another planet. Who knew? Not this guy.
Mark's away on a mission or something in space. He was in a hurry, so I didn't get much of an explanation. That was a week ago. Perils of dating a superhero, right?
Yeah,
he's lucky he's cute.
It is just kind of weird how
You sure you're
quickly
okay?
she accepted that.
It's been a long week.
Come on, let's go grab a coffee and catch up.
Hey, don't you guys have class?
William was just telling me that the best part of college is skipping it.
It totally is. It's super freeing.
What are you
Like wearing
there for,
pants
bro?
with no underwear.
Amber, William, you guys coming?
No, I'm fine. You guys should go.
Tomorrow morning, brunch, okay? Do not tell us no.
Meet us at the dorms, like 9?
Sure, I'd like that.
Your treehouse is like miles away. Do you need somewhere to crash?
No, I keep a place in the city.
Bit of a weird flow in this episode, adding that kind of sort of decent stuff to whatever the fuck I'm looking at right now.
I don't even know what to say. A new wife, a kid. You just replaced us. Except, you know, bugs.
That's not true.
Mom's going through hell back on Earth, and you were getting it on with a grasshopper 2 seconds after you left.
It wasn't like that.
He's way older than 6 months, which means you were...
Thraxan biology is different than ours. I didn't replace you, Mark, or your mother. I was lost when I left Earth. I found these people. I saved lives. It was like I had a purpose again. It felt right to stay and help them.
Oh, so now you're a good guy, right? Here, not on Earth.
You don't have to forgive me.
Good.
But he is innocent in all this.
Innocent in what?
The Viltrumite rules of interbreeding are not complicated.
Rules of... Oh, Jesus.
We're only allowed to procreate with genetically similar species. Humans, for example. Look at you. You are a Viltrumite in almost every way.
Except I'm not a monster.
By now, Viltrum knows I've left my post. They'll track me, and they'll find this planet. And when they do, they'll see your brother as inferior and kill him.
Oof.
And I can't stop them alone. But we can stop them.
2 Viltrumites against possibly, like, hundreds?
You lied to me to get me here. And now you want me to risk my life to save some kid you had with another woman while still married to Mom?
He's your brother, Mark.
You don't get to put that on me. Not after everything you did.
What I did on Earth was unforgivable. But your brother and all these people will die without our help.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
You're the reason they're in danger. You signed their death warrant, not me.
And now I'm asking you to help me save them.
That's so fuck, man. Like, he knows he won't let people die. But to have to help his daddy.
Just fuck you.
They're good people.
How? How can I help? I couldn't even beat you.
We can start training right away. Get you ready for what's coming.
To be honest, yeah, you really do need
I'm
training
thinking.
for pretty much everything. You've made some mistakes already.
What was that?
Yeah.
No, it's too soon. We need more time.
Nolan?
So 3, yeah.
Viltrumite soldiers. Mark, get Andressa and your brother to safety.
Where?
Andressa will show you. Go. There's
3
no time.
experienced Viltrumites against 1.5.
Go.
1 inexperienced. This is pretty fucked. But if we can reveal any weakness against a Viltrumite in this, it's probably worth it. Because again, that battle, it's coming. Eventually, it's coming. What in the hell?
Alright, man. Come on.
You! Hello! You cyborg fucker.
Should have packed your bags better, robot.
Funny for a man dressed like RoboCop.
Kill Cannon. Did you ever pick the wrong night to rob this place?
Adam Eve. Thought you ditched this dump. Guess they left you behind too.
Huh. It's been a long week. So put Robot's thing back and I won't beat the living shit out of you. How's that for a deal?
You want this back? Come and get it.
Bro, like...
Wrong choice, asshole.
You know she doesn't need to be near you to fuck you up. Like,
Keep going.
you're not really learning your
Lower.
lesson.
There.
Yeah, I don't even know about this kid yet, which is nuts. This is just for Nolan.
What is this place?
The caves of Proclaim.
Who was that? Some kind of explorer?
I'm not sure. My people have used these caverns as a refuge in times of trouble and violence. We'll be safe here.
The hair's exactly the same,
never
which
told
is
me
even
what his name
crazier.
is.
We allow children to choose their own name once they come of age. Thraxan lifespans aren't like humans. Only one of your years.
1 year?
Jesus.
Seriously?
It's never seemed short to me. From what Nolan says, we do certain things quicker than your kind.
But that kid is half
Growing,
Viltrumite.
Learning.
Yeah, that's the fucking...
Loving.
That is so nuts.
It seems your father's genes have slowed our son's aging.
Like,
still,
they have 1
we
year.
expect his first words any day now.
And Viltrumites have like a fucking 1,000 years. That's insane.
Nolan and I want you to know it's not how you think.
What do you mean?
I didn't knowingly try to replace your mother.
Yeah, I didn't mean that.
Your father saved my life, and the lives of many others. At first, it was hard to know him. He was so hurt, so closed off after what happened on Earth. I fell in love with him before I knew his story. By the time I found out about you and your mother, I was already...
Pregnant.
What's the human phrase? Head over feet?
Oh.
Heels. Head over heels. I know none of this is your fault. But it still hurts.
Nolan loves and misses you. Even if he can't say it to you. He said it to me.
Uh-oh.
So it's true. The great Nolan fathered a child with an Earth woman.
What do you want?
You. If you fight well, we may allow you to join the Empire.
Sure. Capable
Not.
warriors.
You'll die.
Stay back. I'm warning you. Maybe I wasn't...
Fuck. Literally.
Meet another child?
Bitch slap away.
With these disgusting creatures?
Crap.
Run.
Was that a good punch? I want to just assume this guy isn't as good as Nolan, but because he's
Not an insect like these creatures.
but even still, this guy's nuts.
Stay away from my children, Lucan.
You knew the consequences when you had them.
Yeah, and where's the other two?
You've dishonored your people!
This is nuts, but this is so hype. 2 experienced Viltrumites going right at it. Damn, that's like his signature move. Just the karate chop.
I know.
Okay.
Mark?
So where are the others?
And dress up.
Did he seriously just kill them that easily?
Are you okay?
We're fine. Mark sheltered us.
Good.
Did he take down the other?
Thraxa,
Did he really take
go
down the
deeper
other
into
two?
the caves. Mark, come with me. There's 2 more.
I don't even know. This is such small potatoes in comparison to what's going on with Mark.
You really only have one trick.
It's a good trick.
Not tonight, it isn't.
Yeah. Again, Eve is so terrifying.
Oh, what's the matter? You done already?
She really has the potential to fuck up a Viltrumite.
Come on, we're not done
And
yet.
basically the only hero of Earth that
Not by
does.
a long shot.
Oh crap.
Shit.
Well, shit.
Now who's done?
It's literally just like the theme of the show. You always have to lose someone at some point. Nice. Yeah, how long would those windows hold out? Okay, good work.
Help! I need help here!
Check for breathing and pulse.
Are they okay? Please. Please, just help them.
I'm gonna say no, because again, your theme is you just suffer constantly. Yoey.
Debbie, are you home? Can I come in?
Art.
Who?
I called, but you didn't.
Ah.
pick up. I
Suit
just wanted
maker.
to see how you're doing. You okay?
I'm fine. I just... I'm not fine.
Me neither.
After all these months, I still can't wrap my head around it. Was all of it a lie? All of it?
I don't know.
Right after I took this, Nolan had to fly off to fight some monster or alien or God knows what. I ended up teaching Mark to ride by myself. I don't even know why I miss Nolan so much. He's barely around.
I always thought you were the strong one to handle your life the way you did.
You thought I was strong.
Nolan has superpowers. He's indestructible. That's not strength. That's having it easy. You've got strength. Living with Nolan, standing up to him, raising Mark the way you did. Hell,
Yeah.
you're the real reason we're all still alive and not slaves. Or worse. You said it yourself. Nolan was always off fighting something, and you made things work without him. Now, it's just official. You don't need the bum. You never did.
Interesting. Is that going to be a first step to finally starting to recover? It's a pretty good pep talk. On the subject of possible clones... Oof. Yeah, that's sussy as fuck. Yeah.
It's been an honor, sir. Who are you talking to?
What in the hell happened? So, Cecil, what's the story there, bro? We got a lot going on, and yeah, that's kind of just a minor thing right now, surprisingly.
Oh no.
Looking pretty much the same as when you first got here.
Dad? Dad?
Why?
What the hell?
Why do I care about them? They were weak, short-lived, barely a species. They shouldn't matter to me.
That doesn't mean they should die.
I guess 20 years really did
understand.
change you.
I'm not supposed to feel this way. How is this better?
This is how you should have felt on Earth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it took far too long.
There's the great Nolan. Lucan found you first, I see. Glad you haven't gone too soft.
Lucan was weak. Now he's dead.
Then he deserved his fate.
Like these.
Yeah, these are
insects.
These are quite a bit older
Barely
Viltrumites.
And they die.
I'll kill you for what you did to these people.
Then do it.
And that just leaves Mark with Granny over here.
Wait, we don't have to...
Because you're Nolan's son. I'll make this quick.
Yeah. You're literally like shockwaves with every clash of these two. Fuck knows how Mark's gonna do.
You should worry about yourself, Nolan.
Oh my god, she's got a blade on her braid.
There! I promised I'd make it quick.
Oh, nice!
My promises.
That's what I love. You feel every punch in this show.
If your son dies, he never deserved to live.
Talking won't keep you alive, Vigor. Mark, what are you doing? She's tearing you apart.
He's not good against Viltrumites, obviously.
Yeah, I noticed.
You're fighting like you're on Earth. This is different. Stop holding back, or you're gonna get us both killed.
I'm not holding back.
Yes, you are. She's trying to kill you, Mark. If you're not trying to kill her, you're going to die. Don't think. Act. You need to fight like a Viltrumite.
No. I don't kill people.
If you don't do this, we're all dead. You, me, your brother, and every single Thraxan on this planet.
Yeah, not to mention when they eventually come for Earth.
Remember what I told you.
Yeah. So he's trying to break the typical cliche act of never killing someone. But this show is different from every other hero series, so the possibility it could even happen is incredible. Seriously, you gotta get that fucking braid on her and just kill her. Or make it a weakness. There you go. It's kind of fucking her up now, though.
Finally.
A worthy opponent! Oh, nice! He tried Nolan's move with the karate chop. Put him out of his misery, man. Fuck.
I'd say you fought well, but...
I mean, he got you a good number of times, let's be honest here.
Do you regret attacking my family now? Do you?
Dad!
Yep. Oh, nice! Jesus, what is that blade made of to rip through Viltrumites so bad?
Mark, are you okay?
No.
Kinda.
Don't worry. It's over. Let me have a look.
Surprise, bitch! How the hell are you up still?
Next time you kill somebody,
Go for the head.
they're dead. It's done.
Supposedly, it's done.
Debbie, think this over.
I have thought it over. I've been thinking about it all night. I don't want Nolan's book money. Your money. Any longer. The survivors in Chicago need it more than I do. And if you can't find a way to get it to them, I will.
Of course, I can find a way to
Savage
get it
planet,
to 'em.
savage
I
beasts.
just think that you're making a mistake.
I'm thankful for what you did for Mark and me. We were struggling and you helped. But you don't get something for nothing in this world. And you especially don't get something for nothing from you.
Debbie?
You wouldn't be protesting half as much if the money wasn't a way to keep a hold on Mark. And on me. We take it, we feel we owe you. And
Fair.
I'm done feeling that way.
If you change your mind...
I won't.
Jesus, and they even sent more. They... Oh my god.
Dad.
Mark, don't forget the good I did. My work, my deeds, my books. Read my books, Mark.
Interesting. Read my books, Mark. Do they have some secret knowledge to help a Viltrumite? Specifically you? The man with the invincible gun.
Spend all day and night like you're doing time.
Damn.
You're saying I'm the one doing crime.
What'd you do, come home?
Writing the worst thing I ever said in neon lights. Dragging my name through the mud. If I did something to offend, tell me what it was. Saw you walking.
I have no idea what's going on with this guy, honestly. Donald is just suffering, but no one is in a good position anymore. Ow!
Thank God.
You're at least somewhat human. You can test the blood. Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Donald, where the hell are you? We've got a situation.
What the hell they make you out of?
Good. You're alive.
Molar DNA?
My dad. What are you doing?
Don't speak. Listen. My name is General Krieg. You've survived your first true battle and proven yourself worthy of your Viltrumite heritage.
Go fuck yourself.
Damn.
Your father will be executed, and you will return to Earth. You will assume his mission and prepare the planet for our rule.
Really?
I know this may not appeal to you, given your sympathies. So I'll put it like this.
Do what we
kill
say,
a few humans to convince them to capitulate,
or we'll blow up the planet.
We will kill millions if we arrive to find you or your planet still defiant against us.
Shit.
We will check on your progress soon. And unlike your father, we do not change our minds. Good luck on your mission.
Holy God! Still got quite a bit to go. And of course, there's just so many goddamn parts to this.
About time. Messy wiring, sloppy welding.
Wow.
Obviously the work of a clone. But it'll do. Yes, King Mauler.
Oh my God, he's gonna kill you at some point.
I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. Why stop at one idiot clone when I could have so many more?
Really?
Oof. I hope one of you is better in the kitchen. No wonder your bourguignon is terrible. You can't even make decent lemonade.
That was lemonade? I thought that was orange juice.
My bourguignon is exquisite, you jackass. And so is my lemonade.
When it's not laced with a modified mycotoxin, that is.
Yeah, of course. What do you think was gonna happen? You fucking idiot.
Sometimes things are the way they are for a good fucking reason.
Fair enough. I'm gonna assume on the next one he's going to scramble his mind again so he forgets this clone and forgets all of that. Since then it wouldn't matter which one is the clone, they know that they all come from clone heritage. So we're just gonna mess with his mind and forget this clone and all that happened and just think he's the original again. Woo! Much to me. Much to me. Much to me. Okay. God, this show is just fucking suffering the series. Jesus, is there anyone we have anymore that isn't in some way fucked up, depressed, or just straight up having an existential crisis? Like, the only ones I can think of now are like the Guardians of the Globe, but even then, that mostly to an extent just extends to like Rudy and Monster Girl. Like, my God, there's like no one anymore that is like fine, right? Like, this entire series is just fucked. I guess Amber and William are to an extent that as well, but like, you know, they're such sidelined characters, it really doesn't mean much of anything to them. Holy crap, though. So, we gotta get some Viltrumite stuff at the end of the season. We gotta get some stuff for the season finale. This is insane. This is packing on top of the fucking Angstrom stuff. Because that's still going on. We have now directly got involved the entire Viltrumite thing, which has now integrated Mark into the Viltrumite Empire plan. And Angstrom is still out there learning how to kill a Viltrumite. Like, you're messing these together so much, and it's fucking nuts. Oh my God, I don't know. I mean, can you really put these two together for a season finale? I don't think so. I really don't think it worked like that, but you know, I mean, this show has proven time and again that you can do things that, you know, I didn't think was possible, and, you know, its writing has definitely convinced me that it can, you know, do these things. I have the faith. I do have the faith, but, you know, Jesus, holy fuck. Like, this is nutty. Alright, like, alright, so now Viltrumite has officially declared, you know, an order, an assignment onto Mark, where he pretty much gets Earth on the Viltrumite side, and they embrace Viltrum as their rulers, and if they don't do that, they'll just declare war on the planet and basically massacre, like, a couple million to get the point across. Obviously not too many, because they still want to rule the Earth, but yeah, that's pretty nuts. Oh my God, I don't even know where you go with this, right? Like the only ones who kind of got out of that planet was, surprisingly, was the baby, which is fucking nutty. So yeah, like I said, Nolan is kind of back into the plot now, which is nuts. Going right back to Viltrum to be, you know, prosecuted and executed for his betrayal. Surprisingly, you know, Mark's... I can't even believe I'm saying it. Mark's sibling, the half Mantis, half Viltrum, is still alive, surprisingly, and he's still a piece of this now. I guess he's going to be some kind of, you know, some kind of a official part of the series for a little while. You know, you've got all that going on, and now Mark has to make this decision, which no doubt he's going to go to Cecil, going to go to someone, you know, just vent what's going on, and then we're kind of fucked. Because, you know, Cecil spent the entirety of Season 1 just trying to figure out how to beat a Viltrumite, didn't get anywhere close to figuring it out, and now we just learned that, yeah, we're gonna just send like a couple dozen down to massacre millions just to get the point across if you know, if Mark doesn't do our bidding. Which puts him at the hardest stage in the show he's ever been in before. Like, fuck me, this doesn't even compare. And obviously Mark's not... Oh yeah, he doesn't even... That's the thing, he doesn't even know the way back to Earth, does he? Nor does he know the way to Viltrum either, so he's kind of stranded right now. And it's also the case because Mark's not going to let, like... He's not going to let Nolan die, so... Where does he even, like, go? I don't even... Yeah, I don't even... like, know where he's gonna go at this point. Yeah, because that guy just, they said his name. They're just gonna leave him on this planet and then fucking, oh, I don't know. Yeah, he's kind of stranded, which sucks. That's bad. That's very, very bad. So obviously, all this sus is going down. Debbie is going through her thing right now as well, which obviously is not good. Still trying to move a little bit forward, but... is at her worst. I think, you know, the boy that she had a chat with did kind of set the seeds to start self-healing, you know, for her to truly try and get out of this this fuzz, you know, this shadow of despair, this wave of despair right now, to where she is trying to move things along, and very specifically move things along in her own way without any kind of, you know, help from Cecil, from Nolan's past or anything. On top of that, though, Nolan seems to think there's some kind of answer or something inside of his books that he published. Whether that means there's some knowledge in there that was kind of cryptid, but also was for some Viltrumite knowledge, possibly, that only Mark could figure out with the context that he has to read the books. Something that only a Viltrum can read if you want to go into like really cryptic kind of stupid stuff like that. But apparently the books are kind of a key right now, which is interesting. Eve, I mean, Eve is Eve, you know, Eve is just the eternal kind of suffering gal right now, which, again, does really suck, poor Eve. I guess she's ready to just be an obedient, you know, daughter to daddy and to do all that stuff, which is really sucky. Again, both, I know, she's really not much in the show, but she is suffering not quite as much as Mark right now, but she's really going through her own traumas right now due to, you know, just mistakes she pretty much always makes on missions and everything, and it's really eating away at Eve as well, so I'm really curious what we're going to do with Eve in the future, right? Like, it really feels like her development, you know, as isolated as it is compared to the rest of the story, in some way is going to be related to Mark's own, you know, progression and growth, and I'm just curious how we're actually going to get to that point. But, yeah, like I said, we got, that's the thing I'm saying. There's so much going on in Season 2 of Invincible that I don't even know where to start, because I just don't... we don't have much time, really, we don't. And again, like, I'm pretty sure we are getting more seasons after this one, but it's just, what am I getting from the immediate future? There's so much going on, I don't even know what vibes we're getting for just the I can't even home in on the Season 2 plot point. It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. And now they're even adding in this Donald thing to where I guess they made him to... Did they have blood? I'm trying to remember. Did they have any... Did they make him from... Did they make a clone of him? Obviously, they made a clone of him, but did they mix in Viltrumite blood in there? I'm trying to think. Did they have any Viltrumite blood? Unless they took some of Mark's when he was, you know, incapacitated or... No, they did. We didn't see how much they had, but they were experimenting on, Nolan's blood to try and figure out a way to kill the Viltrumite, and nothing worked. So did they make a clone of Donald with Viltrumite blood, and that's why he's a little more durable with the cut? Like, it still cut through him without much problem, but then again, that's also his own strength he put into that, so... Possibly he's also a part Viltrumite clone now? Again, possibly, since they still needed... Since Cecil's still really getting paranoid about the whole Viltrumite thing anyway. So it's possible that that's what he's going on, and that's his current solution to dealing with Nolan should he come back, and possibly a Viltrumite. That's kind of my theory right there, is that Viltrumite blood was put in. But that's my thing for that. You know, nothing really to harp on for the Guardians of the Globe. We didn't see any of them in this episode. Other than, of course, Eve, who is, again, an isolated... she's an isolated storyline that's going on in Invincible right now. So, that's going on then with her. God, it's so hard to predict, so hard to, you know, theorize on some of this stuff, because, again, there's so much going on. Like, we still have, again, Angstrom. That's a big threat. Like, he is a big threat going forward, especially since we know what he's doing since episode 2. You know, the Molar twin, I mean, obviously we're going to go back to the status quo for them. Of course he'd kill the one that is engraved as the original, of course, and, you know, I get why. You know, if that's truly what happens when one is sure who the other is, you know, if they're sure which one's the clone and which is not, I don't blame him, since he was basically treating the clone like a slave, and that's not good. So like I said, I assume he's going to scramble his own brain as well as the clones, forget the one he just killed, and then they'll go back to the status quo of figuring out which one's which, and then they'll be equals, you know, that's kind of stuff with that. So, demonstrated why, you know, you never want the information of which one is the clone or not. But yeah, that was crazy. So we've seen that Nolan, you know, was basically... he was at the same point in his life that Debbie was for a while, you know, he almost killed himself by just letting a black hole consume him, which I believe that was. And, you know, found a new purpose in saving a planet, which is funny. So yeah, as much as he didn't want to admit it himself, those 20 years did mean a lot to him, more than he really considered when he was fighting Mark, not just for Mark's sake, but because he has now gained a conscience for other species besides Viltrums, right? Like they basically have the mindset that everything else are kind of just, you know, literally pets, bugs, insects, you know, they're not of the same caliber as Viltrums, as Viltrumites, so they're just not equal at all. But, you know, Nolan's been kind of convinced now, slowly, that that isn't the case, that there is value in other species without, you know, the Viltrumites' influence. And now, that's where we're getting to this point to where, oh fuck, you know, stuff's going down. And they're really now, you know, they're trying to push Mark beyond that mindset of what a typical hero is, one that doesn't kill, that doesn't let people die, you know, in collateral damage and everything like that. And I will say that Invincible, again, it has a far more realistic approach on, you know, on the superhero society, on, you know, the struggles a real person with superheroes would go through, since, you know, in every kind of comic iteration, it's that we don't kill, or at least we try our best not to kill, and it's a last resort, you know, that basically involves many other lives anyway. And this you know, this show has made clear that they don't do that, with the fact that there is collateral damage, there are lives that are lost many a time over in these battles. Like we literally saw Eve go through that in this very episode, where, you know, she almost, or very possibly, got an old couple killed. In episode 2, I believe, Mark tried to save an old woman by taking her directly to, you know, Cecil's hospital, and she died anyway, you know. So, rules... That's not a number, I know. So, you know, rules are being broken. Rules are being broken to what is the status quo for hero society. And we're seeing that Nolan is trying to break another typical one, which is, you know, the own morally grey area of, do you let villains die? You know? And for a moment it did seem like he, you know, Nolan did truly get to Mark, and that he convinced him to stop holding back, and because of that, surprisingly, he damn near won. He almost won that fucking battle, which was crazy. And I'm assuming the books have some kind of info that's going to convince Mark to subconsciously stop holding back against Viltrumite specifically, even if he's gonna hold back against, you know, Earthlings and Earth villains and whatnot. I am in agreement with Nolan now that he does need to stop holding back against Viltrumites, because they are just too nuts to, you know, spare. They're too crazy. You really can't fight them without lethal force in a fight. And so, I'm assuming the books are going to help convince him of that. But yeah. This is some nutty stuff. We're halfway through Season 2. It was the best episode of the season so far. And I'm looking forward to the rest. So guys, let's go do it for this episode. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. We're in a bad position right now. I don't know how this show keeps managing to get worse. Not in terms of story, but of course the situation that we're in. But it keeps doing it, you know? We are now in a position where the Viltrum Empire, without even reaching Earth yet, has made its way into Mark, and pretty much forced him, you know, to be the, well, to basically take Omni-Man's place as, you know, the guy that prepares Earth for their eventual, you know, their eventual return to Earth, and that's going to be pretty fucking crazy. So yeah, guys, we are back, of course, with more Invincible. 4 episodes to go of this season, and again, there's still quite a bit to go through. There's still quite a bit that hasn't even shown up yet that I was expecting to show up in this very season. And I'm not entirely sure where we're going to begin with all this, right? Because we still have the multiverse stuff with Angstrom. Mark is still technically, you know, trapped on this grasshopper planet. I forgot the planet's name if it was said. All that stuff, you know. Omni-Man has pretty much been court-martialed and is going to be, you know, killed on Viltrum, which is pretty crazy. Debbie's whole sus going on with her, and of course, you know, there's the endless amount of characters are still on Earth to actually go through, you know. Donald is going through his midlife crisis, learning that he's not a robot, but he is a clone, without any memory of his previous death. Cecil, you know, that's a guy. And then pretty much every Guardian of the Globe now with Immortal. And that's not even counting fucking Amber, William, and of course, most important, Eve. I don't know how they're tying Eve into this narrative, but they're doing it somehow, right? They're doing it somehow. There's just so much to go. You know, some of this cannot be in this season. I don't know. I appreciate that we're building up on the, you know, the Viltrumite stuff, but I just don't really know if I feel it happening in this season, right? I feel like we just build up Angstrom, you know, in the season premiere, and so he's gonna have his you know, his game in the season finale, but I don't know. There is so much here, you know, and so much that has been brought up, you know, like, Mark is currently trapped, you know, outside of Earth right now, and apparently the only kind of way to get a one-up on them, at least, is the hidden messages that, that Nolan left Mark in the books that Debbie, I think Debbie threw out. So that's another plot point to bring up. How the fuck is that going to be relevant? I don't know how he's going to get those back. You know, there's just so much, you know. And from what we've seen in the show, it's, again, pretty impossible to kill a Viltrum. I almost feel like Angstrom has to be the key to helping us get through the Viltrumite stuff. Because, again, even if you... I can see us beating him, but I just don't know. We don't know how many Viltrumites will even, like, come to Earth to begin with, so I don't know. It's pretty hardcore. It's pretty hardcore. But yeah, guys, I don't even mention everything right there, but I feel like we just need to get into this episode, right? This is a pretty long one. This is 51 minutes long, which is kind of crazy. So we have about, if we keep it up, we have about the equivalent of 8 episodes left in a normal season of a show, you know? And all that good stuff. But yeah, even with that much time, I don't know how we're gonna do it. I don't know. But anyway, guys, let's just go on and do Invincible episode 5. We're in the final stretch of the current series right now. Pretty cool. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1, and play. Amazon Prime.
If anyone is going to turn this organization
around, I forgot all about these losers.
King Lizard.
If those Sequids ever take over, Earth is next.
Look how much is in this goddamn season!
It's been a while. This is your little brother.
Or just that they're building up.
Fucking knew you. You don't need the bum.
Yeah, you gotta think the brother's gotta get involved, right? Because it's the only other Viltrumite. Half Viltrumite, at least.
Viltrum knows I've left my post. They'll track me.
Are those
Viltrumite soldiers? Why do I care about them? You need to fight like a Viltrumite!
I don't kill people.
Your father will be executed. You will assume his mission and prepare the planet for our rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Too much to go through, honestly. Too much. We might actually get some scenes of Omni-Man on Viltrum. See how he's gonna get executed and all that. Yeah, I don't even know what we do here.
It's the Emperor's other son.
Is he dead?
His chest is moving. What is all that red liquid?
It must be his blood. He has a hole in his body.
The city. Thraxa.
We can take you there.
Yeah, it's a mess. Honestly, there's more survivors than I thought.
Mark. Nolan. Where's Nolan?
The Viltrumites took him. I'm sorry. The city, these people, it's all our fault.
Mark, you saved my life. And your brother's.
Still not used to that, by the way.
If my dad and I hadn't been here, none of this would have happened.
If your father hadn't been here, I wouldn't have a son. And if you hadn't been here, we both would have died. Thraxan lives are short compared to yours. Our culture doesn't assign blame. We only look forward.
Fair enough.
We will rebuild, Mark. Count on that.
I'm still so curious on that kid's lifespan. One of the shortest lived lifespans combined with one of the longest, like what the hell? Interesting getup though for Mark. That's kind of cool. Feels almost Olympian.
Oh hey, Nolan!
I have good news. We've completed a ship to take you home. You can return to your planet and your center for learning and drink.
Thanks, but I can't go yet. There's still so much to do.
The city will be whole again soon. Your people must need your strength.
There's tons of heroes on Earth. I'm sure they got it covered.
Again, there is an inevitable attack coming that you are on the time limit for.
Tremble before my unlimited power!
I've been rewatching One Punch Man. This is hella One Punch Man vibes right now.
No. I'm sure you know your planet best. Empress.
Nolan, did you give Mark the news?
I thought he'd be more pleased. Humans are very confusing.
I am pleased. Yeah, I want to see my mom and my girlfriend. But there's more to do here. And
You've helped enough. It's time you returned home.
What's the kid look like
But
now?
there is something else I must ask of you.
You gotta take the kid with you.
Take your brother with you.
Yeah, that's...
Home to Earth.
Oh, okay.
What? What are you talking about? You're his mom.
Mark,
he's...
look at me.
Yeah, he's gonna...
Look how much older I am than when you first arrived.
He's not even gonna remember you, probably.
Your brother ages quicker than you, but far slower than my people. I'll be gone before he can form a sentence. When Nolan was here, that was fine. He could be raised by his father. But now...
Oh, I cannot wait for Debbie's reaction to that.
Generations
little
would pass before he's even
detail.
an adult. What mother would abandon him to a life like that?
My dad was worried about that for me, too.
Nolan changed me. I see life now on a longer scale than most Thraxans. But to me, your centuries are still just a concept. To you and your brother, it's the life you must live.
I just keep hoping my dad's okay.
I hope
Well.
that too.
Aww.
But if he lives, he'll go searching for you, not me.
Wait, no, that's
My time with Nolan was special. But he will know. My life has run its course.
Damn, I'm actually gonna kind of.
Remember me, child.
I'm actually gonna miss her.
Someday, I hope you'll understand.
She was so
why I had
nice.
to let you go. Please. Very soon, you'll be all he has.
I am so confused why the fuck that keeps happening. So my camera just stopped itself for some reason. I don't know what happened there. I think I did catch it right away, so I don't know if any footage was lost yet. So I apologize if anything was cut from that. But yeah, I don't know what that's the second time that's happened, and the last time wasn't recent, to be fair, but that is a little worrying. I wonder if it has something to do with the battery life, because admittedly I did start this with like around 20% battery life, and it is charging, so maybe that's the problem? Because I checked the disk space, or I checked the storage space, and there's nothing wrong with it, so I don't know. Hopefully, that doesn't happen again. Wow, am I breaking back into the Invincible logo? I have no idea how many seasons we're gonna get, so I'm so curious what I'm gonna do with the fucking logo.
Thanks,
this
Paul.
so many times.
Debbie. Wait, forgot to give you this.
Of course he looks like
From
Mark.
all of us at the office?
For the house we sold?
Kind of. Well, we all know how hard it's been for you. But it's good to have you back.
Thanks. Thank you, Paul. Oh.
Yeah, it's been really shitty for Debbie as well, because Mark didn't even say goodbye. Yeah, right when you get home.
Hey, Mom.
Mark! Oh.
Where's the kid?
Oh, Jesus, Mark. It's been 2 months. I try not to worry, but even Cecil's been frantic. He's... Oh.
There's the kid. Yeah.
Who is that?
And the wine instantly came out. I don't blame her this time.
I don't even have the words.
What
This morning,
the fuck?
I didn't even know if Nolan was alive. I didn't even know if I wanted him to be alive. Now he's left another planet in ruins, and his new kid is sitting in my kitchen.
Yeah.
The Viltrumites took him, Mom. Your dad didn't have a choice.
Oh, like hell he didn't. He didn't have to go to that planet. He certainly didn't have to find a new partner and have a new baby. He's never on the hook for the lives he destroys. Just leaves it for everyone else to clean up. Again and again.
I know.
Dude, it's gonna be so
What are we
hype when they
supposed
go
to
and
do with him?
save Nolan.
Children that age need constant care.
But I don't know how
He
they're
doesn't
gonna
even
do
have a
that.
name.
Well, he ages fast. He won't stay a toddler for long. Maybe I could take a year off from college to look after him.
What? No, absolutely not.
I've been gone for 2 months.
Admittedly.
It's not like my grades are going to be amazing anyway.
Yeah, how are you gonna explain
and
that
I changed
one?
a lot of diapers on the way home.
What about Cecil?
We can't.
There's
Yeah,
got
you
to
know
be
he
other
trained him up
options.
to be a
Like
weapon.
what? He's purple. I can't give him to a stranger, and I don't want to leave college. But, you know, you're right about Dad leaving his problems for other people to fix. He's my brother, and I can't just abandon him.
Well, you must get it from my side of the family.
He really has stepped into the big brother role, though.
I'll take some time off of work and look after him for a few days. We'll figure something out.
The problems just keep
but
piling
you're
on.
changing that diaper before you go anywhere.
Of course, of course.
All right, have someone look
Thing
into
is,
the
are you gonna
sighting.
keep this
It's probably
from
a hoax, but
Cecil?
We can't risk it. I want to report in an hour.
Sir, may I have a minute?
We're a little busy, Donald, if you hadn't noticed.
I need you to make time for this.
Oof.
Everybody out!
Oof. Yeah, even Cecil's like, bro, what?
You heard me. I need the room. Now.
To be fair, of the things we're doing, this is one of the least important. So it's probably best we just nip this one out quickly.
Okay. You've got my attention.
After Omni-Man went bad last year, we blew up our surveillance house to stop him.
You triggered it after getting everyone to safety. You barely made it out alive yourself.
So why don't I remember it?
You were in shock. You got burned pretty bad.
Burned?
There's not a scar on me.
This?
Oh, he is a robot. What the fuck?
With respect, sir. What did you do to me?
Oh. I thought we just went down the clone angle.
I thought I was on the White Room list.
You are. For most of it. Lights.
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
What is that?
It's what we did to you. State of the art. It's expensive as hell. Damn sight better than your old one, if you ask me.
How?
You were lucky. Omni-Man's body shielded you from most of the blast. When we pulled you out, your brain was intact. The rest of you, not so much.
The rest of me? Cecil, what the hell am I now?
You're you. But better.
Yeah, you got a...
Stronger.
You got a metal exoskeleton.
I don't remember. I don't remember any of it. All these
I'm really
people
surprised
knew,
they kept Donald
and
alive,
I
to be
didn't.
honest.
PTSD's a bitch. We figured you'd be better off without it.
You mean you'd be better off? You had no right.
What do you want, Donald? You'd rather be dead? You know the world we live in, what the job is. There's no time for existential angst.
Angst? That's what you call it? Jesus, Cecil. I knew you were cold, but I never knew you were...
Sirs?
Yeah.
What?
And that's more than enough philosophy for
Did she get the
today.
message that Mark's back?
Since when did you start locking the window?
Mark, holy shit.
I know, right?
I started locking it after that giant bug dressed like a dog showed up.
Fair.
Did you save them from those meteors?
Meteors? Oh, right.
I forgot the whole thing.
Yes and no. It got weird for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You were gone a long time. Like forever in college years. You need to go see the dean, by the way. Something
Oof.
about academic probation.
You said you'd cover for me.
I did. For a while. 2 months, Mark. That's more excuses than anyone can make up. What happened?
A lot. I saw my dad.
Your dad?
Look, I'll tell you all about it, but I need to see Amber first.
Oh, sure. Ditch me for your girlfriend, why don't you?
It'll give you time to put all my posters back up.
Oof.
All of them.
Yeah. You really think I wouldn't notice such an exquisite detail? Hey!
And when exactly were you planning to tell me you were back?
right after.
I mean, it's not like you didn't know.
I ordered you not to go. You were gone 2 months. Now you don't even check in?
I needed to see my mom and my girlfriend first.
We had a deal, Mark. You promised if I put you in the field, you'd follow orders. You don't get to pick and choose when that applies.
I saved millions of lives out there, Cecil, and it looks like everything here was just fine.
Are you going to tell him about the most key detail, though?
Things were just peachy.
Like, whatever happened here is still small potatoes compared to what happened to Mark. Did they all really get fucked? Even with a mortal there?
The Guardians almost died saving the planet while you were off gallivanting with space bugs.
What I did out there, what I found, was important.
What'd you find?
You already know, don't you?
We keep an eye on Debbie for her protection. Passive monitoring mostly. Certain keywords trigger a closer listen.
Unbelievable. You're angry about me not reporting in? I don't need to. You got cameras in my mom's house.
It's not cameras. We would never do that.
All right, since you already know everything, I'll go see my girlfriend like I planned.
Fine by me. I'll send a team to pick up Nolan's kid.
Oof. Oh, I didn't think of the.
What are you gonna do? Leave him with your mom?
Yeah.
He's an alien. We're more qualified to take care of him.
But you'll turn him into a weapon.
Brother, not a science experiment. Call your people off.
They're already on their way.
Call them off. Now.
See, I don't necessarily disagree with Nolan, but not with Cecil. But both sides are like right and wrong here.
Fine.
Like, what?
I'm sure your mom will love looking after her ex-husband's new kid.
What do you do in this case, right? Like, it's a fucking alien baby. Can't keep that hidden.
Coming. Mark. Oh my God, you're back.
I missed you so much. I didn't mean to be gone so long. They took me to this insane planet.
Oh, hey.
In Philadelphia when I was visiting my aunt.
Guys,
Cool.
This is my boyfriend, Mark. He's been gone a while dealing with family stuff. Mark, this is Bridget, Janny, and Corey.
Hey, dude. Nice to finally meet you.
Wow, so he is real.
Wow.
I thought Amber was just trying to brush off creepy dudes.
Yep. Yep. Very real over here. She's not around the last few months.
We should let you guys catch up. Amber, we'll get your notes later. Nice meeting you, Mark.
What happened out there? So the kid's at your mom's house now?
I like how we're not even bringing up the main problem. The kid is one thing,
I had a crazy few months.
but the fucking incoming invasion is kind of more of a priority.
I've been talking about myself this whole time.
No, I mean, you've been through a lot. I get it.
No, really. I want to know everything I missed.
Well, college is no joke. I failed a sociology test that's worth 1/3 of my grade.
Ooh.
Seriously? You?
Yeah. My grandpa died. I didn't take it too well.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I got through it. The funeral, coming back here. You know, people asked where you were. Having to lie about it wasn't awesome.
I didn't think it would be this complicated.
It's okay.
So
I knew the deal when I signed on.
things are pretty
Not just
shitty
the
all
superhero
around.
thing.
Like,
All of it. Thought with my dad gone, he was at least done ruining my life, but...
Hey, he can't change how I feel about you.
I mean,
no matter how many planets he destroys.
we always knew the Viltrumite
That's the
stuff would
important
come
thing.
back up anyway. Like, that's obvious, Mark.
I'm glad you're back.
It's pretty creepy. What the hell?
Sir? Are you alright,
Yeah, I was
sir?
thinking, was that he hallucinating or something?
What is it?
There's something you need to see on our long-range scans, sir.
This is stupid. I can see in the dark.
That assumes you still have your eyes.
Jesus. That's a horrifying implication right there.
Time. Monster Girl, Kate. Shower off. Bulletproof. Shapesmith, you're up. Immortal, if I may have a moment, may I remind you that Monster Girl's transformations cause her to age in reverse? I know how my team's powers work. Then you must understand that this kind of training is hazardous for her. I've developed a simulation and...
Hey! I can hear you, you know?
Yeah.
Amanda, I noticed the Immortal wasn't tracking your transformations.
It's not his job to track my transformations. And it's not yours either.
Oof.
Logically, if there's a way to mitigate your lost time...
If you get this controlling after one date, there's not gonna be another one.
Oh. I'm wondering, is she 13 now?
Is 8th grade.
Did she go down another year?
Don't tell me. Motherfucker!
Get fucked.
Fuck. You know people try to
That was pretty good.
day, right? Just call, please.
He has a
We
point
have a
there.
problem.
Like, actually a really good point there.
It's coming from Mars, headed directly for Earth. We tried calling, but they're not answering.
It may be unmanned.
Except it's packed to the gills with biomatter.
Yeah.
Ship's coming from Mars, huh? I wonder if there's anyone here with insider knowledge of Mars.
Yeah.
Friends, I have a secret to unbury.
You gave a BS origin story.
I am not a human person from Earth like I once told you. Prepare yourselves, for the truth may be more than you can handle.
We know you're a Martian.
Wow.
You think we'd let you join the team without figuring that out?
Seriously.
You all knew that? Son of a bitch.
You're the slow one, man.
It's how you got to Earth and why you're here.
I'm surprised
well-
you let him go without knowing that.
I was born a baby Martian, far away on the planet Mars.
We don't need the entire
Like all
origin
Martians,
story.
We use sequids as our servants, since they couldn't
Oh.
penetrate our shape-shifting skin, which is something they very much like to do. Even as a young Martian,
That just sounds
I
annoying.
hated living underground. I wanted to see the stars. This way! Run! So when the opportunity presented itself, I took it.
Jesus!
I took a ride to Earth with your space people. And when I got here, I was
me.
inspired to do good and met all of you.
Wait a second. What happened to the real astronaut?
Oh, he dead.
Well?
He's dead.
My people were right behind us in the tunnels. I thought they'd find him before the sequids did.
Find him and kill him, you mean?
But they didn't find him, did they? Something else did.
I don't know. Well, okay, well, given our present situation and that big ship on its way here, one might assume, one might guess that maybe...
It's entirely your
he
fault.
possibly became a possessed host for the singular and terrifying Sequid hive mind.
So, it's entirely your fault,
Sorry.
is what we're saying here.
Okay, so we have God knows how many of those things headed here. They possess the real Russ Livingston, and they're capable of possessing a million more of us.
Can you not just send a missile and blow the ship?
Yes, you understand now. Oh, that's bad.
Hang on. We're gonna believe this guy? He lied to us the whole time.
No, before I was lying. Now I'm telling the truth. It's very different.
You left an American astronaut up there to die.
Why are we
I apologize?
I agree with all the background noise.
There will be consequences for this. But that ship cannot be allowed to reach Earth, and Shapesmith is the only source of intelligence we have. We need him. For now.
The team will be me, Bulletproof, Black Samson, Monster Girl, and... Shapesmith. Rex, Shrinking Ray, Kate, and Rudy.
It's bothering me how
it's an alien
Monster Girl's
spacecraft, so you'll
shirt
need my
is.
technical expertise.
Tuck
I'll
the
be
goddamn
protected
thing
my
in or
suit.
tuck it out.
Agreed. Rudy, you go too.
No, you don't understand. There are millions of sequids on that ship, maybe hundreds of millions. We won't be enough.
Look, I realize this is out of character, but I have an idea.
Go ahead. Oh, you're gonna call in Eve? Because she can fuck organic matter now. Well, has for a long time. Yeah, she's like the she could actually do this quite easily, probably. The show has not utilized her full potential whatsoever, but that's... I believe that is intentional so far. They're saving her for a big one. And still a dick.
You know, it's been like 5 years and your parents still haven't fixed the lock on your window. I'm starting to wonder if maybe they want you to be abducted.
I'm not in the mood, Rex.
And I'm not here to make fun of you. Seriously. Or to get in your pants. Or whatever you think I'm here to do.
Just say what you're here for.
When I heard you were back here, I knew something was wrong.
I don't need your pity, Rex.
Since when do I do pity?
Did you see what I did in Chicago? The park collapse?
I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, I messed up. People almost got hurt. And then I took it out on Kill Cannon and people did get hurt. I try to help, and all I do is cause more problems. My parents were right. Who do I think I am?
Everybody fucks up. To fuck up is human.
True.
Shakespeare said that.
You should know. He fucks up the most.
Immortal, Black Samson, freaking Robot, or Rudy, or whatever it's called
Rexplode.
now. They've all shit the bed at least once. Having powers isn't easy, but we do our best. Even assholes like me.
Ow.
Just do the math, Eve. You are so far in the black that it's stupid. You showed this to me the week we met. You were still pretty beat up from losing them.
Yeah. Still one of the best
hardly
episodes
think
of the
about
show,
them now.
honestly. The Eve special.
Because you got
That was
through
great.
it. And then you got through my douchebag teenage ass dumping my problems on you and hiding in your bedroom for 1.5 years. Then 100 other battles with Teen Team. Through all of that, you've saved so many people. And each time, you made this shitty, awful, terrible world a little bit better. Also, I checked on that couple you pulled from the river. They're gonna make a full recovery. Because
that's
of
good.
you. So dry your tears, tell your parents to go shove it up their asses, and get back out there, right?
One pep talk can go a long way, admittedly, but there's still
Thanks,
a
Rex.
process. Also, we need your help.
Now, what do you want?
I am offended. But yes, I do have a tiny favor to ask that involves a space rocket ship. Pew pew pew.
Sure, why not? It's a fair request because it's actually not a selfish one.
It's delicious.
Wow.
What are we gonna do with you? You've got to like at least one human food. Mark, we have a front door, you know.
Sorry. Oh, hey, Mr. Messy. How's he eating?
Not at all.
Well, so far he hates everything. I guess he'll fit right in with the human kids.
Does he not?
sorry.
Does he eat like? Oh no.
Hey, do you know where Dad's stuff is?
I got rid of most of it. Give it to Cherry.
Like materials?
You could have asked me first.
Well, you were gone for 2 months, and I couldn't live in limbo just waiting for you to come back. I'm sorry. What were you looking for?
It's just, when the Viltrumites were taking Dad away, he told me to read his books. What if he hid something in them, like slid it between the pages?
Fuck. Did Cecil get them? He is bugging you.
It's not a good time, Cecil.
Sorry, Debbie, it's urgent. Mark, I need you to go to space again.
What? I just got back from space.
I'm in space more than I'm on Earth now.
Think of this as your redemption tour. We got a ship full of those Sequid things coming in hot from Mars. You remember them?
Yeah?
If they get their tentacles on Earth, they'll be pulling our strings forever. We need to stop them.
Sure.
Nice.
You need any help with a new kid?
I mean, you'll
think about
Eve's part of the team, so that'll make it a little better.
Caretaker, not some neighborhood babysitter. We have people for that.
That's our decision, not yours.
Yeah.
Just consider it.
And again, the fact that he is listening in, I'm assuming Cecil's going to work on getting the books himself, so Mark doesn't have to worry about that.
But you just got back from space.
Well, they're heading for Earth, and it's serious, and a lot of people could get hurt. So
On the plus hand, it's a team this
come back
time,
safe,
so
okay?
it won't take as long.
Always.
I hope.
Hey, Janny, you guys got plans tonight? Nah, everything's fine. Just want to take my mind off things.
Invincible. I didn't know you were joining us.
Yeah, well, this didn't sound super optional.
Got room for one more?
Yay!
Hi.
It's a pretty interesting combination of characters. I know it's just the basic team, but
you be vulnerable to these
just
creatures?
add in the two loners in.
You're not
It's
the
pretty
only
cool.
one who can make a suit of armor.
2 minutes to launch.
It was a big loss when you
Well,
lost
that's
Steve.
my cue to leave you brave little astronauts to the endless darkness of space. If you succeed, well, I taught you everything you know. If not, I guess we're all fucked.
Fair.
3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Oh wow, we got quite a lot of time left.
You two may not know this or acknowledge it in any way, but this guy's now the ranking guardian on Earth.
Says who?
Me.
God,
Just
I know
now.
that girl's name. I wrote it down, but she's like,
calling shotgun.
she's not a character at all, so I
Okay,
forgot it again.
First rule, no rolling those eyes. Second rule, get ready, because we are just gonna chill out until those losers get back. And there is no third rule.
We're supposed to monitor other threats while they're gone.
Oh, sure. Like there's gonna be 2 huge world-shattering emergencies at the same time. Oh no!
You don't know
I'd
the
like to
power
see
of the
that,
jinx, you absolute idiot. And to be fair, the main one we know is Angstrom, so it's possible.
Hey, who's there?
Sorry, Sarge.
For fuck's sake, Jerry, you scared the shit out of me.
Well, I know it's not my break, but I missed lunch.
Oh, get your damn snack and get out of
Oh, hell!
Yes, sir.
And remember, kill first, ask questions later.
Cool.
We have a problem.
Did you not
What's the
suspect an
problem
alarm?
But an opportunity in disguise.
You want them to know we're here?
Of course. This just speeds things up a bit.
You idiot.
Man, my dad's a dick, but you win the shitty dad contest hands down.
Yeah, but it was worse than that. I was gone for so long I wasn't there for Amber, my mom, you.
Aww.
You guys needed me.
I'm sure you'll get a chance to make it up to me soon.
It's really sweet he
Listen
does
up.
include Eve
We
in
need
that.
more information about the Martian ship, its weapon systems, what kind of resistance we can expect once we're on board. So Shapesmith here is going to answer all of our questions.
I'd rather not since those are Martian military secrets.
Well,
I will, though.
you chose
That
to
ship
commute
is
to
one
Earth.
of our warships. It's very big. There could be millions of Sequids on it, but hopefully not. They're small, but very strong for their size.
A ship full of demon jellyfish with super strength. Great.
There must be Martians on board, too. The Sequids can't pilot a ship on their own.
We should seek these Martians out. Make contact.
Ah, yes. My old chums. They may not be enthusiastic to see me.
I imagine not. Robot, what's your plan to get us on board?
In just a minute, I'll cut the shuttle's power. Like Shapesmith says, the Martian ship is large, so we'll look like debris to them. Then, we'll clamp on and cut an entry hole in the hull.
Good.
So good. But it won't work.
Why not?
The warship sensors are very powerful. They'll know the difference between space garbage and whatever we are.
You're
Oh,
telling
crap.
us this now?
Yes, I'm telling you this now. Also, they won't hesitate to fire missiles when they spot us coming.
Shapesmith.
Great info.
Yes, those. Look, those are the missiles I was talking about.
What an idiot.
This isn't Star Trek. We're unarmed.
Hey! Star Trek canon! Fuck. Yeah.
Half pepperoni, half mushroom, an order of garlic knots, and some wings.
2 garlic knots.
2 garlic knots. Uh-oh.
No. Keep ordering, Ray. Cecil's just checking in to say hi, right? Cecil? Right?
Of course not.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Plan.
I'm gonna barf. Close your damn eyes.
Yeah, only like 4 of you will be
Please, calm
okay
down.
in this.
We have enough oxygen for at least 10 minutes.
I'm not sure I can hold this together for 10 minutes.
Everyone who can fly, push towards the ship.
I keep saying it, but Eve is stupid OP.
Hello, fellow Martians. Nice to see you
Oh.
all again. I
I
was
was
just on Earth.
derping for a
and
minute. I was going to say, where's Monster Girl? I completely
You're
blanked
the
she's
one.
in monster form.
You let all of this happen.
I know he is the cause of all this, but we are here to help.
You're humans. They'll enslave you immediately.
We're not like the rest of our kind. We can withstand them.
Ugh.
We can...
Gross.
No!
Yeah?
Got it.
They share minds. Now all the Sequids know you're here.
Oh, fuck. That is a problem. Eve?
You got any instructions, boss?
Get a soda.
Yeah, if the one's there, I'd say Monster Girl and Black Samson are probably the most useless.
From the outside, we've sealed the tunnel so there's no other way in. Now, we just sit here and wait for the government to comply with our demands. Otherwise, New York.
Yeah, if you lose to, like, this pitiful team, you will never have credit again in this entire series.
Die fast, assholes! My pizza's getting cold.
Humans, you think you could stop us? You cannot. We remember you. We can't pierce your skin. No matter. There will be others for our purposes.
But how are you gonna beat him then?
Off him! It's the only way!
Come on, Immortal, I expected a little better from you.
There's too many!
We need a new plan.
Nice!
I disrupted their nervous systems, but they'll be awake again soon.
Kill as many as you can while they're out.
And maybe, like, rip them off of the astronaut, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Get close!
The only kind of, like, good thing about this is that since we're on a ship, there is a finite number of them. Yow. Christ. They do! By competent hero standards. Holy fuck.
Hey, oh, remember, whoever dies first pays for pizza.
Right. Help.
Oh, wait, you're gonna lose her? That would be kind of crazy. Okay, yeah. They got it for a second. Holy shit! They actually fucking killed her! Holy crap. Yeah. They might be baiting us there. Again, they might be.
You can do this.
But for the moment, they fucking got her.
I can use my suit to build an amplifier for the pulse I used earlier. It'll hopefully stun them long enough for us to get Russ off this ship.
But then you're
You need to protect me until I'm done.
susceptible.
How long? 5 minutes.
Yeah, more people at the threat of death.
You're gonna fucking pay for that.
Jesus Christ. Hey! Nice. Yeah, shrinking is another incredible ability.
Hey, idiot! She doesn't stay small.
Yep. But she can't pierce the skin either. Did that really not? Jesus. Well, I guess that answered the fucking Ant-Man vs. Thanos argument. Skin too thick. I don't know if Duplicate's dead. Because I would at least assume she'd leave a copy, like, behind, right? Like, that feels like the most obvious, like, survival tactic for a duplicator. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck! Oh my god.
So brave. But is it the brave man who survives? Or is it the one who waits until his opponent is injured to fight?
The other two were, like, susceptible, but I don't see Rex dying. I just don't. Not yet.
You got this. Come on, hold it together. You got this.
Can't hold it.
No.
Crap. Seriously, Mark, you gotta do something, man. We just got duped. Holy fuck, we got a cliffhanger.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Who the hell is this?
Oh, wow. I'm not dead.
Monster Girl?
I was pretty sure I was dead. Felt like I was dead. This is...
No.
Oh, this is a nice surprise.
Is this Alan?
Hello? Hello?
What the f...
Someone want to let me out of this, thing?
Huh?
This is great.
What the fuck?
Huh? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, crap. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Oh, this thing. I bet this is...
What the...
This is expensive. Okay.
Okay.
Huh.
Very random.
Would you look at that?
But
I am glad to see you
I
in
guess
one piece, Alan of
he's up.
Unova.
Yeah, one very large and ripped piece.
Yes. I'm afraid I owe you an apology. When we brought you here after the Viltrumite attack, I turned off your life support machine and left you to fend for yourself.
What? Why? Why would you do that?
I knew without it,
More like, how'd
would
you
either
survive?
die or recover stronger than before. I am sorry I gambled with your life, but it has paid off.
Interesting.
You may now be able to stand your ground against a Viltrumite.
Yeah, I doubt that. They hit me so hard my eye came out. I remember seeing that. Like,
you're stronger
from my own
now.
eye. It was very strange.
You underestimate yourself, Alan.
Yeah, well, I appreciate your vote of confidence, but I'm not going to ask for.
This is all an after
If I even
credit
see another
scene.
Viltrumite, I'm gonna. Shit, you're a Viltrumite?
No, I am something much worse. I am the only Viltrumite to ever rebel against the Empire.
Ah.
At least, until you told me about Invincible.
And Nolan.
I need you to go back to Earth and bring Invincible here. He is the key to turning the tide of this war.
And we get our second credit scene. That's pretty funny. You don't usually do the cop out like that. Alright then. That's some hardcore shit right there. As usual though, things are not good. Not good at all. Have we ended any episode in this show where things have been good, honestly? I'm trying to think back. I don't think so. There's no way they resolved the Viltrumite stuff this season, though, is there? There's no way. There's too much going on. And Mark hasn't even, he hasn't even brought that up yet. There's no way. Okay. So I'm gonna do my cut, and obviously we'll do the end credit scene, or the aftermath, in a moment. Alright guys, and we are back. That was episode 6 of Invincible. We don't get one episode pretty much ever when things are actually looking up for our characters right now, especially our heroes. And, you know, it's just kind of to become expected at this point in the show. So, big things off the bat. Duplicate died, supposedly. Supposedly, again, you know what, if they don't bring her up or show her as survived in the next episode, then I'll buy it, you know, because I still feel like Duplicate, there's a lot of ways you could, you know, fake that out with her having a singular clone left that, you know, she left back at the base or whatever. I don't think that's ever been brought up before, but I feel like it's an easy cop-out to, you know, a supposed character death in this one. We didn't just lose her, of course. We did lose our shrinking girl. I think it's Shrink Ray, but I am going to go look that up right now, because I did write her name down. Shrinking Ray. Okay, it is Shrinking Ray, yeah. She died as well, which is pretty nuts. Is a little questionable, to be honest, about the team Cecil took, you know, to space, because while they did take most of their, you know, their top, fighters to space, that's the problem. They took most of their top fighters to space, you know, the people that are back on Earth, Rex, Explode, Shrinking Ray, and Duplicate, they're supporting members of, you know, the team. So I'm not entirely sure what Cecil's main mindset was there, because, you know, the possibility of a genuine threat coming down to Earth, you know, in the time it takes our main group to actually get rid of, you know, the parasites on Mars, something could happen. And what happened? Something happened, you know, the Lizard Squad, or whatever it's called, attacked, you know, and they got the upper hand. So now Earth has pretty much no heroes in commission right now, while our main group is out in space. You know, Rex is the only supposed survivor, and he lost his hand. Fuck! That's pretty crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. For the time being, at least, Earth is pretty screwed. Obviously, I'm not suspecting this is going to take any more than another episode, but it's depending on how big the time gap is between that time. That could be a big detriment right here, you know. Not only that, we even learned that in the 2 months Mark was gone, you know, a monster showed up that almost killed the entire Guardian squad, so pretty big mess up on Cecil's part right there to just, you know, to just send pretty much his entire hand in space right there, because, you know, the ones we had back on Earth, again, they're not top hitters, they're not, you know, A rank, they're not S tier, S class heroes, so kind of a fuck up on his part right there. But yeah, that's going on. They did tease us, we don't have our confirmation yet on what's going on up in space though. I think the only guaranteed, our only main guaranteed, I would say, heroes that are going to come out of this one alive are just 3. Immortal, because, obviously, Immortal. Invincible, because, obviously, like, you know, main character. And Eve, because, well, Eve, you know. Everyone else is pretty much susceptible to death, I would say, including Rudy and Monster Girl, despite the fact that there is still some stuff going on with them. You know, they're far more susceptible to death than I would say the rest of the cast that we have up in there. So, you know, it's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. And like I said, I'm glad that we're finally starting to get some of the Earth plots we went from Season 1 in on Season 2. Because so far, most of Season 2 thus far has just been build up to the inevitable, you know, attack from Viltrum and the, you know, the Armstrong stuff, which still has not been brought up nearly as much in Season 2 as I was expecting it to, which is pretty surprising. You know, and outside of that, it's just pretty much outside of forces, like, you know, the Marla twins, who I actually love the duo right now, or singular, I should say now, since we didn't actually get another clone being revived in that episode. Apparently, though, we do have some more interesting stuff on the Viltrumite saga, because they duped us. The councilman was not actually a traitor for Viltrum. He is a traitor from Viltrum. So he is actually someone on Earth's, on the side of peace, on the side of unity between the other planets and against the Empire, which is very interesting. So they duped you there, as well as having Alan the alien come back, which, I mean, that's another reason why I kind of feel like it's decent chance the duplicate comes back, because, you know, this is like, what, the 3rd time they've done that? You know, Immortal was like the main prominent one, but then we learned his whole gimmick is being immortal, so it's not that surprising. Now you have Alan, you know, and obviously the show's killed people before, but I mean, I just feel like it's a strong possibility, so I'm not willing to take it out just yet. You know, again, still feel like next episode we'll get that confirmation one way or another. But yeah, so that's the thing. But yeah, right now, our team is kind of fucked. Despite the fact we have an incredibly OP team with us. You know, I mean, Immortal Omni-Man and, Omni-Man. Immortal Invincible and Atom Eve are, you know, on their own an incredibly powerful team. We are kind of screwed right now. You know, and like I said, I'm really curious how we're going to resolve this threat in the next episode. Yeah, as messed up as it kind of is, though, I'm wondering if the new brother that Mark is getting into, the role of, you know, act as the big brother role, if this is going to play into more of Debbie's kind of, you know, Debbie's, recovery. You know, since obviously it's so fucked what she has to deal with now. Just out of the blue, another kid from her husband of 20 years. It could act as a way of giving her, you know, a new sense of purpose, a new person to protect that needs her. You know, since Mark is too absorbed into his own private life, you know, being his epidemic life, his personal life, and his hero life. There's no one really to look after that kid than Debbie. You know, I do believe that Cecil deep down does have good intentions and whatnot, but obviously with the incoming threat and how paranoid he has been getting throughout the entire show at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he did end up, you know, just training and raising that child to be a new weapon, you know, to be a Viltrumite that they have complete control over and influence over, to the point to where, again, they have a new weapon, since, you know, all of Season 1, they tried to they tried to figure out something to do with Omni-Man and came up with nothing. So the deed is there, you know, the seed is there, like I said. I don't think Cecil is a bad guy, and I'm never going to really think that, I think. But obviously, you know, I could see him mentally collapsing because of the stress that's, you know, the stress that's coming from pretty much all sides, you know, to Earth at this point. And it's very understandable if he would have a collapsing downfall. I don't want that to happen because I really do like him, but the possibility is there, you know. But yeah, Alan's pretty cool. Like I said, I feel like I got a little sidetracked there, but Alan is cool, and they are keeping in mind the idea that that Invincible, or Mark, I should say, is the key to actually beating them, which is interesting because we now have, ironically, we went from just having Mark being like the key from the last episode to kind of having 4 players that may be able to stand against Viltrumites. You know, you've got obviously the Viltrumite counselor, who is a traitor and on our side, obviously. You've got Alan, who apparently now has made a recovery to the point to where he, in theory, can take on a Viltrumite, which I'm wondering if that means that the counselor will train him, you know, and test him, because that's the perfect test subject. Obviously, Mark is in there. Not quite there yet, but again, the books. And of course, the kid. We don't know exactly how fast that kid's going to grow, but potentially the kid as well, which is going to be interesting. We know that, you know, so Alan may come in the next episode. He may even be the key to actually surviving this current crisis with the, you know, I don't even know what to call it. Like, the fucking DN aliens is just what I want to say because of Ben 10, but I don't remember what they're actually called. You know, but if he's that big a player, he may come in and, you know, just change the entire outcome of the fight, which is, again, another heavy hitter. Like, there's so many just brawlers in this show at this point. It's kind of funny. But he may be the deciding factor because he is a massive player, and that be the thing there. And, you know, since, again, Cecil did dupe the house, I'm going to assume that he's going to do his connections and whatnot to track down the books that Nolan left, and he's going to get them back to Mark, since I don't really see any other way of Mark being able to track those down on his own. And obviously, since he hinted that they might actually have some knowledge to beat a Viltrumite, what other option has Cecil realistically got? You know, is the question there. But yeah, that was definitely fun. Obviously, there is some trouble in paradise. Amber's starting to get more and more crushed at the idea that, you know, Mark always has to be away. I've said that I do like that she is being more understanding, but obviously she's not mentally fully prepared to accept the responsibilities that comes with being, you know, a superhero's partner. If you're not a superhero yourself anyway, you know, she doesn't really... It's just the world she can't really comprehend since she isn't one of them. And because of that, she has to go through all the very hard stuff, like, as, you know, thinking if he's going to die at some point, thinking, you know, how long is Mark going to be out of their relationship for? How many weeks, months, years is it going to go on? You know, that typical kind of stuff, which definitely sucks, but is realistic. You know, I do like that she is really trying to keep it together to be a supportive girlfriend, but I don't know. I don't even... See, I still have my theory that Eve and Mark could be some point a thing. And I still even have my idea, possibly, that, you know, Amber just, or Eve just joins the relationship as a third player. I still see it possible, but I don't know how we're going with that. A part of me feels like Amber and Mark just aren't going to last very long. But the fact they're still together even now makes me question that, so I'm not entirely sure. And into the relationship stuff, though, you've got Rex, who, you know, seems to finally be going under some character development. I will say, though, that I do not want him back with Eve, no matter how much development he gets. He cheated on Eve, and, you know, I just feel like there is no real way of redeeming that. You know, even if they, in some way, shape, or form, manage to become friends again, I just feel like that's a line you can't really cross over, you know, without the consent of both parties, and it's like... I just don't, you know, I'm not in support if they try and make them a pair again. Like, I imagine Rex might try and flirt with her again. Because, you know, despite the character development, it's still Rex. But, we'll see. I don't really want that to be a thing again. And it's not just because I kind of ship Mark and Eve, but just kind of, you know, the main reasons there. There's also the Rudy and Monster Girl thing, which is going on, which, I mean, trouble in paradise there as well. She is even threatened now not getting another date if he keeps coddling her, which... good and bad, you know, that's establishing boundaries while still saying that she is interested, so there's the possibility of another date, so I'm very curious to see how their love life goes. And that's pretty much it in the ship department, you know? So yeah. Pretty much in everything I feel like, you know, there's nothing really I'm expecting beyond, you know, in episode 6 that's gonna, you know, be anything new. You know, Angstrom, you know, Nolan, I don't think we're gonna get either of those two in the episode. Then we might get some scenes of just the Mauler, the Mauler twin making a clone and that kind of shit. But I feel like we're pretty scheduled right now for what we can cover in the amount of time Invincible gets for a typical episode. So, yeah, it's good stuff. So guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and we are back to do episode 6 of Invincible Season 2. So yeah, we're in a pretty shitty situation right now, but I feel like that's a redundant statement given this show. When are we not in this kind of predicament at this point, you know? But yeah. Most of our, well, pretty much all of our hero cast are in space right now dealing with the upcoming apocalypse from Mars, the space invasion of the DN aliens, which I have no idea what else to call them, you know. We got that going on. There's still the question of if Duplicate is gone, which again, my personal idea is that I'm going to wait for this episode to confirm one way or another. Given that, again, her whole power is duplicating, I still feel it possible that she left one clone outside of the battle, you know, as a recovery point, because it feels like an obvious thing to do. If it's not, though, it's not, and I'm wrong, and that's pretty much just fine. But yeah, it's not looking good right now. You know, our heroes are all pretty much cornered. Eve Immortal, obviously Mark, Monster Girl, Rudy, Black Sperm, the shapeshifter guy from Mars who's on our side, and the other guy. Forgot the other guy's name. But our whole group is pretty screwed right now, you know. I feel like Alan may be a factor to actually helping us out right now, since in the kind of end credit scene, his mission was to go to Earth to, you know, recruit Mark as being the key to actually winning this, which we still know it can be expanded upon with the books that Nolan left Mark, which I'm assuming that Cecil will actually recover for Mark at some point. That's going on, you know, which is pretty crazy. I don't suspect we're going to get anything in the way of Angstrom in this episode. I don't suspect we're going to get anything in the way of more Viltrumite stuff. It really depends on how far we're building to this season finale, which I do assume is going to be massive. Since the first one was pretty much just Mark versus Nolan, but that was very built up throughout the entire season, you know. Angstrom doesn't really have that kind of build up in comparison. Neither does the Viltrumite stuff definitely does. But, you know, the most I can see right here is just some scenes of Nolan getting transported back, interacting with more Viltrumites. It'd be cool to finally see Viltrum itself and get the court-martial and everything for Nolan ready, which would be cool. But we'll see. You know, I don't really have too much in the way of theory going into this episode's general pacing, other than just going through the stuff that we have so far in the ship. But given this is a 50-minute episode, I don't really suspect that will last the entire time. You know, Earth is very much unguarded right now, so it's possible Alan goes to Earth and kind of protects it in the meantime while Mark is out of space, given that we pretty much have 0 members of the Guardians of the Globe ready on standby. You know, Shrinking Ray, Duplicate, for the moment, both dead. Rex is the only surviving member, but he lost his arm, so he's obviously going to be out, well, not arm, but he lost his hand, so he's going to be out of commission for a little while as well. And that's pretty much it. There may be some, you know, there are some other hero teams, you know, out there and whatnot, but nothing compared to the Guardians. And other than that, unless you want to start doing a Suicide Squad thing where you just start recruiting and hiring and doing deals with villains to protect the Earth, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I think I had a theory a long time ago that, well, not a long time ago, but during Season 1, that, you know, Cecil or Rudy or Robot, as he wasn't known at the time, was going to make a deal with the Mauler twins to, like, make a clone of Viltrum, given the blood they had from Mark and Nolan. I could still see that being a plot point, you know, if Earth is getting royally fucked and whatnot, and they really need to do something like that. But it doesn't really seem too susceptible, given we know everything we know from the cloning process pretty much captures the personality of the original to a T, so maybe not. Unless that can be altered and it's just the way they do it because it's how they want to be cloned every time. I don't know. But, you know, I don't want to say we'll see, but it's a possibility. Still. The fact that the Marla twins are still integrated in this story's plot, even while they're almost never, like, actually involved in anything, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fun, that's pretty sus, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Marla twins. Anyway, guys, let's begin episode 6 in 3, 2, 1, and play!
Bring Invincible here. He is the key to turning the tide of this war.
Yeah.
I'm kind of still screwed up about what happened to Rick.
I didn't even know if Nolan
Interesting,
was alive.
so we're bringing the
Now
William
he's
stuff
left another
up.
planet in ruins, and his new kid is sitting in my kitchen.
They possess the real Russ Livingston, and they're capable of possessing a million more.
I don't really see any angle in which William becomes relevant in this season.
Read my books, Mark.
Die fast, asshole!
Yeah.
There's too many! Get close!
No, Eve!
Yeah, I think Eve took herself out of the fight there.
Fuck!
Oh yeah, right, yes, he's at gunpoint.
But is it the brave man who survives? Or is it the one who waits?
Like I said, I don't see Rex taking out.
Just do it, you.
They're not done with him. I could be wrong. I could be fucking wrong. What?
Guardians! Protect them!
Okay. What? What the actual fuck? I guess Rex is just gone. No problem with him and Eve getting back together then.
Almost done. Whatever you are planning, it will fail. You could have been useful servants. We will grant you death instead.
There's too many of them!
Yes, it's the guy whose name I just do not remember.
Oh no! Look out below! I'm not as strong as Eve, but I can keep them away for a few minutes.
A few minutes is all I need.
It tickles!
Definitely disgusting. Nice.
Shapesmith?
Shapesmith. I ought to write his name down.
Done. Tell them someone has to get this close to Russ and then press the button. Anyone? Please hurry. Someone. Anyone.
Give it to me!
I'll do it.
How dare you!
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
Stop it. I'm stronger and faster than you, and you know it.
Oof. Oof. Hey! That's kind of... Oh, that's gotta hurt, but it's not wrong. Slimy. Yeah, really, how long can this go on? Crap. Crap. Really, you and Immortal should have been tag teaming this one. There you go. Nice.
Got you. Yes. Hell yes, we did it.
Did you?
Oh!
We were too powerful.
Oh, those are two you definitely do not want control of.
Maybe there's some juice left in this thing?
That's a big maybe.
Yeah, control of Eve, that is terrifying. I do like this though, because this is also building the bond between Immortal and Mark.
Okay.
Since he was apprehensive of letting him, just letting him, like, have freedom in the start of the season. This is showing that Mark can be trusted.
Where am I?
We'll explain later.
Oh, the Guardians are dead. They're so dead, they've made quite the mess of your precious little missile base. I'm not sure you'll ever get the floors clean again. Agree to my demands, and I will consider not destroying half of the nation.
That's fucking nuts. What the hell?
Well,
what?
Look at this brave little soldier.
What kind of fucking weird Deus Ex Machina is this?
Seems like the loss of your brain hasn't hurt you as much as one would expect. Oh my, how sad.
Seriously, he got shot in the fucking head.
I said, shut up!
I am so confused. What the actual hell is going on? Wow.
Are you alright?
No.
Why would you? That's a weird question. I'm fine. Totally good. Huh?
I honestly forgot about his hand for a second.
You know me. I'm practically
Invincible. Cecil? Please do
Get this
something.
guy to an OR now. Get a stretcher over here.
Jesus.
You've got to be kidding me. You were not the one I thought lived. And I'm calling kind of bullshit on this, honestly.
Never gonna be sushi again.
The hangar's through there.
Halt! You saved us from the Sequids, and for that we are grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Look, we gotta go.
But we cannot permit you to leave with the great betrayer.
Fair?
Me?
This is all you're doing. You must remain here for punishment.
What kind of punishment?
Death. Obviously.
I understand.
Go, faster, faster! This is as fast as it goes.
God's sake. Where is Immortal? I don't even see him.
I don't know. I've only been inside one of these ones when I was a kid. It was a school trip. Open the airlock.
The music picked up really hardcore for something like this. Nice. Oh, there he is.
It was amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, they're doing
well,
they're doing
you know,
teases. Like, what the hell?
Trained with the best, right?
What is going on here?
Good work.
Nice.
Thanks. You too.
He's doing good. Proving himself,
okay?
earning his place.
Shook.
It was unpleasant having my mind under Sequid control. And being out of my armor was extremely stressful.
No shit. That whole thing was insane.
Thankfully, I was able to control my fear response this time. I changed myself. Fixed a problem. I can do the same for you.
Don't.
Wow.
But it just makes sense
I
to...
said don't.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Oof. That was going so well.
All right. Let's see if we can do this without you peeing on me again. Thank you for the update, Cecil. I'm glad Mark and the others are safe. But let's be honest. That's not the only reason you're here.
The GDA has an entire department dedicated to superhero children.
Right.
That's cool.
Because a top secret government lab is the perfect place to raise a child.
We paint clouds on the ceiling. Look, after everything Nolan put you through, no one expects you to raise this kid. Let us help.
Mama!
Oh my god.
Your mom is far, far away, and your dad...
Even further.
The truth is, Cecil, this isn't about Nolan or me. It's about Mark. This child is Mark's brother. His only brother, which makes him family to me too.
Debbie.
And let me remind you that I raised Mark, who just saved the world. Again, I'm more than qualified to do this.
You are,
Isn't that
but
right?
you're in the right headspace
All
this
right.
time.
You win. But we're here if you need us. And I expect to be kept in the loop.
Sure.
It's nap time.
You have some
Welcome
books to
back,
cover, if
Captain
nothing
Livingston.
else.
Can I go home? I just want to go home. Sequids don't sleep. They never let me sleep.
My
I'm gonna
god.
need an entire box of Q-tips to get all that Sequid slime out of my ears.
Well, you're lucky you only got some in your ears.
Uh-oh.
I've seen you in the world. Seen you in my mind.
Oh fuck, I guess she really did just go.
Would you put it all at ease?
Fair enough then. I only thought it was a possibility. But even then, fucking Shrinking Ray survived, which is just nuts. And I don't even know what to think of Rex. Yeah, and Eve's not there.
Something changed inside my heart. Now I'm unsure of everything.
And of course it's all relayed back to Amber, who, at this point, Mark, only comes up with negative news. Such a complicated relationship.
Good job, Oliver.
Oliver?
Mark.
Fair enough.
Bra-bra. Bra-bra.
You named him after Grandpa?
Well, he needed an actual name, besides Nolan's alien baby.
It's good. I like it.
Kate Chaw was a fearless warrior. Though her powers came from a family curse, she believed they were a gift
Came from a
to
family
help those
curse.
around her. That was Kate's real power. Her unwavering belief that this world is good.
Speaks volumes that
even when it killed her
Eve's there.
over and over and over again. Kate never stopped believing that. And encouraged me to do the same. Kate Shaw was a kindred soul.
It was a beautiful service.
I'm glad it didn't rain. Kate hated the rain. Why do I feel this way, Marcus?
Because you loved her, man.
I loved many others before Kate. All of them died as well. But this is different.
That's a little corny. You're really saying of everyone, like, Kate was, like, the special one? Yeah, you didn't even spend that much time with her, all things considered. Do you have anything to even say to each other anymore? All you do is just relay shitty news.
How's your mom? Sorry, you go.
No, you go. Please.
So, classes are going okay?
I mean, I'm at the point where I just roll out of bed and go to lectures in my pajamas. It's very freeing. Well, how's your new brother? Is he adjusting? Is your mom losing her mind yet?
Oliver's doing great, and they really get along, which is awesome. My mom's still getting used to chewing his food for him, though.
Oh.
She chews his food?
Yeah. It turns out Thraxan babies don't have enzymes to break down solid food.
Well, shit.
We're hoping his Viltrumite half will kick in soon.
Very much so. Took Mark, what, 18 years?
Okay, can I just say this feels like a first date?
Yeah, a bad first date.
I missed you.
And you're gonna miss him many times more.
Really thought college would be different. Right? You know, like late night study sessions, secret dorm parties, spending time with my girlfriend. Instead, we hang out less than we did before we went to college.
Whenever my friends here ask where you are, I'm always like, oh, Mark's studying for an exam, or he went home for the weekend.
Maybe it's just not
Keep
working
lying
out
to them,
then.
Mark. And I have no one to talk to about it. I mean, sure, there's William, but he's more your friend than mine.
Yeah, I know.
It's our first year of college, our first time living on our own, and it feels like we're missing it.
You know, sometimes I wish I never got powers. Then I could just be with you.
That's
Forget
a
about everything
pretty
else.
big contrast to episode
But
1.
you do have powers. And that means you have an obligation to make the world a better place. And if you didn't feel that way, we wouldn't be dating to begin with.
So, what do we do now?
Did they actually break up? He looks pretty bummed.
Mark, look who's back!
Whoa, Rick.
What the
How are you
hell?
feeling?
Hi, Mark. I guess I'm fine.
He's doing great. Doctors gave him a clean bill of health. Donald says he can come back to upstate, right?
I'm here to help facilitate his transition. If there's anything I can do, just
He get his own
That is
endoskeleton.
so kind. Thank you. Come on, Rick. I guilted the college into giving you a private room in the dorm next door. I already decorated it.
How the hell did you do that?
Wow, Rick looks exactly the same. It's like nothing happened.
something did happen.
Yeah.
He went through intensive body reconstruction. That kind of trauma can resurface.
Donald, are you okay?
Tell William I'll check in later to see how.
Yeah, no. Eventually,
okay.
we're building up to that snapping
Bye.
moment for Donald, and I have no idea what that's even going to leave him
Well,
or
you look like
really any of the
shit.
characters.
And that's coming from a guy that looks like this.
Shit.
Heard you're getting a new hand, too.
Yeah. Lucky me. How's Ray?
Holding in there.
You know, when that bullet went through my head, I saw my life flash before my eyes. Yeah, that's always sounded like bullshit to me too, but it's not. And I didn't
No.
like what I saw.
Wouldn't be a saying otherwise.
I was such a dick to Kate. To Eve, too. To every woman I've ever dated. None of them deserved it.
Well, look
I
at
don't know
you
why
trying
I
to
had
grow.
get my brains blown out to see that.
What is it about being a superhero where we go around saving lives while ruining them at the same time?
Jesus. All right, let's hear it.
Hear what?
The reason your face looks all
Shit.
like that. I don't know, sad and shit.
Yeah, you look just fucking depressed as hell. And tired.
Mark.
Oh, hey, Eve. You here to see Rex?
Yeah, I try to stop in when I can. Oh, these, turns out Rex really likes home decorating magazines. I think it's because he's never really had a home. Hey, I haven't seen you since Kate's funeral. Are you okay, Mark?
Yeah. No, I'm
Nah.
fine. Anyway, I gotta run. So
what
I'll
is
see
this
you around.
season finale gonna do?
Okay.
We're building to Mark just snapping. Because now he's got the whole thing about the
bearer of
Viltrumite
spring
warning on him.
colors and waterfall countertops.
You're the only person I know who still reads magazines.
Oh, I'm cultured like that. And plus, the internet sucks.
So, I just ran into Mark and...
Ugh, I know, right? He and Amber are...
Wait, what does that mean?
They break up? Was that right?
10 best bedroom makeovers? Yes, please.
So, Helga,
Did
you've
they-
been a nanny for 30 years.
Did they actually break up?
Children are my life. Your resume is very impressive. Yes.
It felt like
think
that's
you're
what
the
we were
right fit
leading
for
to
us.
in that scene.
No, no. I'm not comfortable hiring a spy. Spy? I don't understand. I was married to Nolan for 20 years. I can spot Cecil's people a mile away, so
Damn.
bye-bye. That man cannot take a hint.
What'd you say?
Hi, I'm April Howsam, here for the nanny position. Now, before we begin, you should know that Cecil sent me. Now, I wasn't supposed to tell you, but I think it's unacceptable to mislead a potential employer.
Interesting.
Especially one looking for someone to take care of their child.
Well, that's a decent start, honestly.
Please come in.
As you can see, I have extensive experience working with gifted children ranging from newborns to late teens.
I mean,
so you know that Oliver
he
is...
wants to be kept in the dark
Thraxan,
anyway.
half Viltrumite. I also know that Nolan Grayson, or Omni-Man, is Oliver's father, and that your son Mark, also Invincible, is Oliver's half-brother.
You've been thoroughly briefed, I see.
My philosophy on child rearing is simple. Encourage a child's natural curiosity for the world. Here you go, buddy. While giving him structure and a safe space to grow and learn. I also play a mean lullaby on the ukulele.
I appreciate your honesty, April.
Well,
But I don't want a GDA agent in my house running interference for Cecil on how to raise Oliver.
There's only a handful of people in the world with my skill set. This allows me job security and freedom from government oversight. I work for you, Miss Grayson, not Cecil. Period. You're the boss. not him.
Well, you definitely know how to say the right words.
See? Oliver knows who's in charge.
And you really need someone at this point. How many non-Cecil people will not ask questions about a fucking purple
Nice place
baby?
you made here, Eve.
Cecil.
Reminds me of where I grew up. I wanted to thank you personally for helping out with the whole Sequid business. And to once again offer you a spot on the Guardians.
Of course.
Cecil.
Duplicate's dead. Ray and Rex are in the hospital, and Immortal is... Well, let's be frank, his head is not in the game right now. So what do you say?
Yep.
Ready to join the team?
More than that, even Rudy
half
and
of them
Monster
anyway.
Girl are kind of not speaking either.
Cecil. You know, I'm still figuring out what kind of hero I want to be, and that's not the kind of person you need on the Guardians. But you know how to find me if you need my help again.
And you know where to find me when you change your mind.
Fair enough.
Thanks for your time, Eve. I'll leave you to your guest now.
What guest?
Hey!
Amber?
How long has she been there?
Can we talk?
I really hope Cecil was watching her every time. Thinking what a dipshit. Hey! Costume boy.
I told you it's gonna be another 4 hours. You want it done fast or done right?
Hey, Art.
Mark. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Just leave your suit and I'll have it fixed by morning.
I actually came to talk, but if you're busy, I can...
What's on your mind?
Well,
Ah, I see.
Want a costume
Girl
change?
trouble.
That obvious.
Well, I was well off.
It's all over your face, kid. Pull up a chair.
And I love Amber, and I want to be with her, but it feels like the universe is conspiring against us.
Ugh, it doesn't matter if you're a superhero or an ordinary Joe. Relationships aren't easy. I should know. I've been in plenty of them in my day.
I've only dated one guy. Rex was my first serious boyfriend.
And that
which is
sucks
sad
big
and
time.
embarrassing to admit out loud.
We all got to start somewhere.
You know, we'd known each other for years. It just kind of made sense. And it was good for a while. Until I finally had enough of him cheating on me every time he left the tower. It was the lying that hurt more. He made me feel like I was crazy when I started figuring it out. That really sucked.
Yeah, the lying was the worst part for me too. But I thought after we got over that, it'd work out. Mark puts himself on the line for people he doesn't even know, and that takes real...
Guts to not care what anyone else thinks, you know? And Amber always does the right thing. It's inspiring. She makes me a better person.
A real catch. So what's the problem?
The problem is, I'm...
invincible. Whether it's
Yeah.
a tsunami or some psycho with rocket launchers for arms, when bad things happen, Mark has to drop everything and go.
Yeah, everything. Including you.
Maybe again,
I
you
don't
two
care
just
when Mark cancels our date or
aren't
forgets to
compatible
text.
then.
I mean, he's saving the world. It's not that. It's that it makes me feel like a...
jerk. Because I'm doing exactly to her what my dad did to me and my mom. But we never complained because A, it made us feel like assholes, and B, we didn't want to distract Dad from saving the world.
But look at the path that led to.
I don't want that kind of life for Amber. She deserves better.
Well, if you guys can't always be together, then make the times you are together count.
That doesn't work either. When we're together, I feel guilty. Like I'm taking him away from people who really need him. Mark needs someone who...
is there for her. Who really understands what she's going through in college and...
what it's
Jesus,
like dating a superhero.
this is almost disturbing how on
Can't
point
talk
they
to
are with
anyone
each
about
other.
it. Not my friends, not my family. So now I'm the liar instead of him. I knew dating Mark would be difficult.
You
I
could
just
talk
didn't
to
know it'd be
Eve.
so lonely.
I feel like I'm failing Amber.
Mark.
You're not saving the world right now.
And Mark's back on Earth, so I guess the question you have to ask yourself is, why are you here talking to me when you should be talking to him?
Jesus, that is just freaky.
Go home and be
How the hell are
girlfriend.
even this guy so on point?
Yeah, thanks for listening, Art.
Hey, your mom told me what happened with your dad on Thraxa. It
Really?
had to be tough. Seeing him again.
Even after everything he did, I didn't realize how much I missed him. I don't know. Maybe that makes me a bad person or something.
It makes you human.
And then the last thing he told me before the Viltrumites took him away wasn't, I love you, or I'm sorry. It was, read my books.
Why did he say that?
I don't know. My mom threw out all his stuff when I was away. I got his travel books from the library, but
really should
nothing popped out.
be a little more concerned about that.
More than just travel books.
What?
You've got
He wrote
copies.
sci-fi novels under a pen name when you were a kid.
Oh my god, he's
None of
got
them sold great,
copies.
so he gave it up. Can you believe he gave them to me as a tip once? A big spender? Your dad was not.
Well,
Lost inside the chasm to oblivion.
you kind of just saved us right
8
there.
tribes on the planet wreck.
I told Nolan they were great. Real exciting.
But they
I
were.
never read them.
Oh.
After
Well,
the quad
that kind
got
of sucks.
destroyed, they just rebuilt it exactly the same.
Well, I guess that's our
a missed opportunity.
easy way out of that little conundrum then.
I don't remember this.
It commemorates D.A. Sinclair's victims.
Victims?
You're the only one who recovered. You hungry? They did upgrade the waffle maker in the cafeteria.
I see flashes sometimes. Sinclair's face, a scalpel.
The fact we know he's still around as well and helping Cecil whenever called on
Am I
is kind of
me
crazy.
again, William?
What? Of course you're you.
D.A. Sinclair took so much of me away. I don't think they found it all. Who am I if I can't even remember what I'm missing?
Rick, I'm so sorry. It's going to be all right. I promise. We'll get through this together.
The man with the invincible gun. Catchy title, Dad. Little was known about the space rider. He was a mystery, the stuff of legends. Stories about him
stretched across the 12 galaxies. But in all of them,
Hey,
one
let's
detail
go.
remained constant. The Infinity Ray.
What the hell? You can't just
It
call
was
something
said to
the
emit an
Infinity
unstoppable energy
just that
wave
casually.
destroyed anything in its path. But it required a steady hand. And more importantly, a steady mind. For it wasn't a weapon to be used in haste.
And is this Infinity Ray real?
No one has ever gotten close enough to study the Infinity Ray for themselves.
We need some MacGuffins to actually get us out of this problem.
The Space Rider always makes sure of that.
Instant, let's go! The fucking sun!
If the Infinity Ray is indeed real, and as powerful as the stories claim, it poses a huge
threat to our mission.
So, what do you want to do there? Travel the whole fucking universe in hope
Savage
for a ray?
planet, savage beasts. Our mission was simple. To investigate this harsh planet
and report back to Space Command headquarters. The first thing we noticed was its gravity. The planet was so dense and its pull so strong, we could barely move.
For Viltrumites.
After
That's
finding no
insane.
usable resources, my partner and I were ready to return home. But the planet had other plans.
Oh, good lord! And that thing ripped the fucking Viltrumite apart.
Ragnar's.
Holy crap. Okay. That's another species that can fuck up a Viltrumite. Any intelligent ones?
In an instant, I was surrounded, swarmed, overwhelmed. I've battled creatures 10 times their size.
And not lost a drop of blood.
Planet, Ragnar's had evolved strength like no other.
Fair enough, that does make sense.
I had grossly underestimated these creatures, and I feared this place would be my grave.
Wait. No way.
They're all real.
What do you want, Cecil?
Bermuda. I hear it's lovely this time of year.
What are you talking about?
You and a long overdue vacation on the house.
No.
I wasn't asking.
How dare you?
Syke's concerned. So am I. And since you refuse to see our specialist...
I don't need your pinheads poking around my brain!
Kate's death was difficult for everyone. But I need you
I said I'm fine!
And look at how you're acting.
What? Send it here.
What is that?
Alan?
Someone's coming in hot from deep space.
Omni-Man.
Immortal, wait. Immortal! Fuck.
Yeah, it's most likely Alan. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, where did Invincible say he lived again? Crap, this is gonna be tricky. Well, hey, I think there's been a misunderstanding. How can I hear you speak? Okay, it's just this implant I have. It lets us communicate telepathically. It's not a big deal. Get out of my head!
Wow. Paranoid much?
I'm just looking for Invincible. Invincible? Omni-Man sent you! No! And chill the hell out. I do not want to hurt you, sir.
It's fine, you can hurt him a lot. He's immortal.
Oh, you crossed the line with that one. I'll kill you! We just met!
Yeah, really?
What
the fuck?
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I came here looking for you, and then suddenly this douchebag attacked me. You have those on Earth, right? Douchebags?
Oh, yeah.
Alan's my friend. He's a good guy.
Oh, my thing only works between me and someone else, not between two other someone else's. It's a design flaw. I'm told there's an update coming.
An update coming.
Can you tell him?
Yeah, with pleasure. Hi, sir. Mark says I'm a pal. He also says I'm essentially the king of space, so you should be very nice to me. Also, he says he hates your dumb beer because it's missing all the best parts of a beer.
You motherfucker.
These parts.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, half of that was just spewed crap.
Did Alan attack you or threaten you?
Oh, good question. Mark wants to know if I attacked you or threatened you, which I totally didn't because you just charged up here and attacked me. Not very heroic of you, Earth superhero of Earth.
I thought you were someone else.
The hell is that guy's problem?
His girlfriend just
Trauma.
died.
Well, now I feel like a giant douchebag. You do have them, right?
You're
keep making that reference.
You're fine.
Look, we need to talk. Can we go somewhere that's not like in space? And also, for future reference, will you just point to where you live?
Sure, why not? You did not. I mean, I know we're going to Amber right now, but if he just brought him to a fucking college party, that would be incredible. Yeah, what do you even do here?
Alright, we should be good now.
You know, on my planet, a sock on the door means somebody's fucking.
Yeah, it's the same here.
Yeah. Well, you better fucking hope you don't see Amber and William don't see each other at the same time.
You're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you.
Apparently that's what happened when you almost get murdered by a bunch of Viltrumites, and you or me. But, get this. My boss Thetis is also a Viltrumite.
What?
I know, right? It turns out he rebelled against the Empire like years ago. So, that makes 2 of you. It's not much, but it is a start. Now, we can only win over your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. He's
my
dead.
Dad.
Well, going to be.
And they took him away.
Very soon.
Said they're gonna execute him, if they haven't already.
That is, wow. That is quite the story.
Do you think my dad's dead?
I don't know. Viltrumites are weird about killing their own people. I think because it doesn't happen much anymore.
So, why are you here exactly?
Oh, yes, right, of course. On behalf of Thetis and the Coalition of Planets, I am to escort you to Telescria to discuss our war against the Viltrum Empire and how you can help.
Very heroic, my man.
Stuff, Mark. We got a boogie.
What? No. I just got back from space. Twice. I'm not going back just to talk to your boss.
Seriously, he needs
this
a
could be
break.
Our chance to end Viltrumite tyranny for good. Isn't that what you want?
Of course. But Amber and I are in a weird place. And now that my mom's looking after my half-brother, I can't just ditch her. Are we gonna have to fight now?
Nah, I don't fight friends. Because I would win, and then I feel
What?
terrible, vicious. But
Cocky.
I should get going. Thetis will
But
not be happy with
I do
me.
believe him.
Maybe I can help with that. I have a hunch about something, but I need a second opinion.
Yeah.
This place sounds kind of familiar.
Species that can rip Viltrumites
Hey,
to shreds.
Is that Space Racer?
You've read the books?
Well, it's Space Rider in the book.
It's Space Racer in real life, and he is legendary in that no one is sure if he's real or not.
Okay, so I think everything in these books is real. And it's all stuff that can hurt Viltrumites. That's why my dad wanted me to read his books. He's telling us how to defeat the Empire.
Oh, shit.
That's
Can
hardcore.
can I scan these to take back to the Coalition?
Yeah.
Of course.
Thetis will be a lot less pissed when I show him all of this.
Just be careful about copyright.
All right, got it. It was good seeing you again, Mark. Thank you. And I'm very sorry about your father's impending or already completed execution.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I still don't get why
We
he
might
took
get
him away when he
one
could've
more
just killed him
scene
on Thraxa.
with him.
I've heard rumors of a Viltrumite prison somewhere in space.
In
Maybe
this
they took
se-
him there.
in this season.
Want me to ask around?
I'd appreciate that. Tell Thetis that when it's time to
We all
attack,
need a friend like Alan.
when you need someone for the actual fight, I'll be there.
Count on it.
Hey, Mark, are you and Amber done yet? That sock's been on the door for hours, and I really need to go to bed.
Really? Hours? God damn.
In order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be healed and whole, worthy to stand and face the end of his life with honor.
Is it like a gladiatorial
Even if his
death?
crime was devoid of it. Yet for even such a craven betrayal, there is a path to redemption. Rejoin your people, Nolan. Let this not be your legacy. You conquered hundreds of planets, brought glory to the Empire. You were one of our greatest warriors. How did a mere moment on Earth turn you into a weak, sentimental traitor?
That's a fair question.
Answer me!
Crap.
That planet and its people are toxic if they could do this to you. They too will pay.
Yeah, they're gonna consider Earth just too dangerous and just wipe it out entirely. That is a logical approach, honestly.
Fucking Martian. It wasn't enough that you left me to die on Mars. You had to trash my place, too.
Oh. Oh. Well, that's sickening. Okay, that's disturbing. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. This guy just exists to suffer. Holy crap. Is that it?
Myself.
Okay.
Let me help you with the jacket. An excellent fit, if I do say so myself. May I ask, sir, what's the occasion for such a fine suit?
Ah.
I'm visiting an old friend.
Did you pay? Cool. Zombie world, that's so classic and superhero stuff.
It is good to be home.
I love how no one batted even a slightest eye at that. Alright then. Yeah. So I'm gonna do my cut, and when I come back, we'll talk a little bit about the episode. So I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, and we are back. It's new day now because stuff come up, and I'm gonna record more after doing this. But that was episode 6 of Invincible, which is pretty crazy. We're actually bringing Angstrom back now, which is kind of unexpected because, yeah, we kind of forgot about him for a little bit there, right? Like, the lore is pushing back into the Viltrumite stuff now, which is very surprising. And, you know, for a little while there, Angstrom hasn't been around, but now we're kind of co-joining them together, which is interesting. Now that Angstrom's back on, presumably our Earth, you know, he's ready to apparently make his move on Mark and Viltrumites, which is going to be interesting. So, that's pretty bad, but also kind of a good thing, since it is potentially another ally, depending on how things work out, which would know the weak Viltrumites, since he's been spending a lot of time, you know, studying Mark, and, you know, it all goes back to the same thing of Viltrumites, how Mark is one of the weaker ones. You know, it's a basis for it, which is really interesting. As well as the whole book thing, which is cool, with Nolan publishing books and whatnot. I gotta assume that, you know, we don't know for sure how far Nolan's own experience goes in terms of, you know, the outside of Earth. We know he conquered a bunch of planets, which was just said recently on there, but we don't know if these stories are a personal thing to him, or if they are, you know, just stories from Viltrum, you know, missions reported in that he is making into stories for Earth and his time there, or if these really are legit and he has experienced them, you know, shit like the fucking Infinity Ray. That's kind of funny. But, you know, it is interesting to think about that, because now we do have, you know, although these things are potential that can beat Viltrumites, they're still very short in number in terms of actually being, you know, a threat to them. Because, yeah, it might help us kill the Viltrumites, but there is an entire planet coming, and already, you know, Earth has got the special attention of Viltrum because it has turned one of its greatest allies into a enemy now, into a traitor, which is interesting. So I gotta imagine that if Viltrum does come down to just say fuck Earth, they're gonna send tons and tons, you know, possibly hundreds of soldiers down, which is going to be really interesting because, you know, at this point we're at such a overwhelmingly disadvantage. We genuinely have, like, nothing to really help us out with this problem. So I'm really not sure what's going to go on there, right? Like, our main things are like Mark, you know, Alan, the whole committee, the whole council and whatnot, and Nolan himself, and possibly these relics that are able to beat Viltrumites. But yeah, like, it's so minuscule in compared to the entire scale of the population of Viltrumites that it's like, can this make a big difference? You know, like, are we, like, actually, like, going there? I don't know. You know, I don't even know what's going on with the season finale because they just brought Angstrom back. You know, I gotta imagine that he's gonna be season finale, possibly unlock a big reveal right there with him for the whole Viltrum stuff, and whether he dies or not, we go into season 3, better equipped for the Viltrumites than ever before. I don't know what that capacity would be, whether we somehow gain his ability to portal to other universes. Either, you know, Mark, like, convinces him to join us, and, you know, then we, like, join together and, like, fucking travel the multiverse as well to help for allies, you know? I don't know, but we're in a pretty bad situation right now, and I'm really curious to see where we're gonna go with that. On top of the bad stuff, you know, we had Duplicate's funeral, so that is another official Guardian member gone, which, you know, yeesh. I still find it kind of sus that, like, she didn't leave a spare one, you know, away. Like, come on. It feels like such an obvious kind of thing you would do if you can duplicate, you know, especially if you're gonna die after, you know, you cannot duplicate anymore. It's just leave one outside the battle, and then, you know, you are free to, you know, live. Like, you can live after that, but apparently not. We got our official ending there, which is very interesting. You know, wasn't a really big character or really a big focus character really or anything, but, you know, she was fine enough. I didn't really feel too bad about that loss. Obviously, Invincible was a show to where it does emphasize that with the exception of possibly Mark, no one is really safe, you know, and that goes for everyone. That goes for Amber, that goes for Eve. Well, maybe not Eve at the moment, because the show did tease some big stuff with her. Nolan, obviously, and especially Debbie. Like, Debbie's come really close at this point, so, you know, other than our main boy, literally anyone can probably die at any point, with Eve and Mark being the two that have the biggest chance of surviving for a long time. So I'm really curious where we're going to go with all that. The Amber Mark stuff, I mean, it really feels like they're going to break up. I'm not going to lie. It really feels like we're pushing the idea that, you know, eventually either Mark's going to crack or Amber's going to crack, and eventually the relationship is just going to go under. I'm not going to lie. Like, this whole season has kind of emphasized the idea that, yeah, like, her relationships are tough, but they really do not work in this scenario, you know, especially with Invincible being in a situation that's a lot worse, actually, than the typical superhero story, you know, of a superhero society, of just a singular hero. Like, the planet is constantly, like, fuck, this is kind of like a situation where you combine One Punch Man and My Hero Academia. Like, you bring those two together and you kind of get Invincible, in a way, where, you know, monsters pop up constantly, and fucking the entire planet's about to be infiltrated, and we have literally nothing to actually stop it. So, you know, it's a case of, like, yeah, I get Mark's position where he just wants to be invincible because, like, it's important. Like, obviously, the personal life of Amber is important as well, but, like what do you want to do there? You know, like, at least for the time being, you know, the priority is the Viltrumite saga, so I don't really know what we're going to do there, but I do feel like, you know, we're going to resolve this, I feel, by the end of episode 8. Like, if they break up in episode 8, I feel like that's it, and we're done with Amber Mark. If they don't break up, my feeling is almost 90% they won't break up at that point, if that's what happens right there. But, yeah. Like I said, this is going on. Obviously, sparks are coming. You know, we're getting flusters of hope here and there on actually, you know, kind of countering this, you know, this massive invasion coming. But at the same time, we're not really that much further in the grand scheme of things. But I am really curious to see how far we actually go with this, given that we still have 2 episodes to go. And a show with Invincible's run length, 2 episodes can honestly go a long way. So yeah, ooh, that's pretty hot today, actually. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time with episode 8, or episode 7 of Invincible. I'll see you then.